Welcome to the Hold My Cape podcast, the movie news and review show.
No, you said you're not doing that again.
No, I did that last week.
You just told me you were like, I'm not doing that again.
No, I said I'm going to do it differently every week, but I forgot that I did. That's just the first tune that comes to my head.
So you've just been singing Toss a Coin to Your Witcher.
No, but the first tune is that one. Hi guys, welcome to the Hold My Cape podcast, the show where we talk about movie news and reviews. I'm here, your host, Fish, joined by the Mook Duper Super Trooper.
Yeah, it's me. I'm back. I'm not gone yet. Yeah, another week of this, episode 4 now, so
Hi.
we're getting right into the swing of it.
We're getting...
We've got fans now, so just give a quick shout out to my two mates in York.
We've got one from the kitchen at work.
Oh, got someone from the kitchen at work as well. They're cracking up.
Oh, 2 out of 3. There was 3 people at work. One of them was like, "Oh, I don't like it because you were talking about Titans," and I was like, "Well, you've not seen it."
Leave in the comments if you like the Titans or not. Yeah. Shout out to Jacob and Sam anyway, that's just for you as a head up. But yeah. At least we've got some fans, we've got some listeners now.
Yeah. There was 3 people at work.
Leave comments though, guys, we do like feedback.
Yeah.
Because it's the only way we can improve, innit, is feedback.
One was like, "I really like it." And one from the bar, management, was like, "It's alright, but it's a bit dull." Somebody else was like, "Oh, it's really good." I can't remember who it was.
So we're hearing mixed reviews so far.
Yeah, but it's
perhaps
like...
the most unhelpful.
The reason the management lad didn't like it was because he hasn't seen Titans. He was like, "We're going into so much depth about something I've not seen." Anyway, that's not the point. Hopefully he doesn't see this.
Going on Titans, because we're not addressing Titans in depth now, are we?
Titans in depth today.
Well, I'll tell you one thing about Titans. Obviously, I last night saw most of an episode of Titans.
Go on.
I thought I'd break into it. So it's spoilers for people who have not seen it. It is going back to the episode you were talking about a couple of episodes ago on this podcast. It's the last episode apparently of season 1, where big spoilers, Batman ends up dying.
Yeah.
But I like the concept of it. I mean, it was rushed a bit because it's Titans, and like obviously it's focused on the Titans, and they should have probably. I mean, I understand why they couldn't have couldn't give a whole episode or even a whole series to this concept. But I liked the idea of Batman going bad, because Injustice in the comics and in the games, which is Superman going bad, is a really interesting concept.
Superman goes bad.
But no one ever considers Batman.
There probably is a comic out there where Batman goes bad.
There must be.
It's not being set to film, TV, or...
I've never heard of this comic as well.
No, and there is the Flashpoint film, the Flashpoint storyline, where Batman isn't the Batman we know, because it's actually his dad and some, But, yeah.
But I just liked it because, obviously, the classic Injustice story is... Superman snaps one day.
They should call it Outjustice.
Outjustice, yeah. But he snaps, doesn't he? And it's like, what if Batman snaps? Because
that first season was so dark.
Was it?
Yeah, like...
I mean, the episode's dark when I watched it. It was...
Yeah.
But it's just... I mean, that's the thing, like, it's... I mean, it's obviously based on the Titans lore, so obviously Trigon's involved a lot. But it's... You just see... Batman, the principle of just Batman almost killing the Joker, and then the Robin coming and going like, "Oh, you didn't kill the Joker," and you're thinking, "Oh, maybe that's like Batman's been lucky and he's got a second chance." But then Batman actually takes it as, "I didn't finish the job," and then goes and finishes the job, kills the Joker, and then goes to Arkham Asylum and just tears through.
Sorry, I think the sound cut out for a split second there. Carry on.
Oh, right, okay. And but he just goes to Arkham Asylum and butchers his rogues gallery. And you just think, I was thinking through it, I was like, it's interesting because the big thing of a lot of Batman's villains, especially the Joker, is not to win, not to necessarily like cause massive havoc, but it's to make Batman snap. And ironically, if they make Batman snap, they're his first target. So I was like, that is quite interesting. But just seeing, I thought it was interesting just because obviously Batman is... As well as Superman, the most developed DC character, and Batman's got such a rogues gallery and such a complex and dark character, and just to see him go dark instead of Superman for once, it was just like an interesting concept. And then obviously the fact that then Robin tries to take him down, and then Batman's gone too far and he starts murdering cops and
to be
stuff.
fair, it's bullshit that Robin kills him.
Yeah.
Like, that's never going to happen.
That's not.
Batman's going to kick his ass.
But obviously they had to rush it through an episode, didn't they? The whole idea.
So,
but I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was all right. The concept.
Just the usual reminders. Obviously, actually, I'm the only one using a headset this time around. So if you hear this, or if you hear this.
He's eating a custard cream, which a few years ago was voted the nation's favourite biscuit, so he's chosen well. He's still trying to eat it now, so I'm going to speak on his behalf. But yeah, if you hear these sounds, which are like this, that is fish eating custard creams. And there may be long pauses because he is taking his sweet time to finish this single biscuit.
I've got a bad tooth.
He's got a bad tooth. So if this podcast goes on an incredibly long time, most of it will be biscuit eating we've not cut out. Right, he's finished. He's finished his biscuit.
Try and keep off the biscuits.
He's learned.
Yeah, have you been up to much this week?
I've been up to some interesting stuff. So the other day, it was Holocaust Memorial Day, yeah. And it was 75 years since the Holocaust. So I thought I would try and commemorate the event by building Auschwitz out of Lego. And I didn't get very far, basically, long story short, because I started, and then basically the shopkeeper kicked me out of the shop. So
you tried to build
Auschwitz in a toy store, yeah.
I thought you were going to say, like, you lost...
Probably should have bought the set before I unpacked it, but... What can you do? I'm cheaper, I haven't got much money on me. It's 20 quid for that headset, so that's me gone for the month.
I've watched 3 films. Have you watched any films this week?
Have I watched any films this week?
Because this is a movie news and review show.
You would hope I would have.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to disappoint.
For God's sake. I watched 3
I watched
films
Titans.
this week. Yeah, 1 episode. The last episode of the first season. I watched 3 films this week.
Which 3?
We'll go through them 1 by 1. We'll go through... First I watched The Dark Knight. We're going to review that more in depth later on. I watched Terminator Dark Fate.
Oh, okay, cool.
Let's talk about that for a second, because it's got bad reviews and it did bad at the box office, but
yeah,
the action's good, CGI is good, the acting's alright, but the plot was, for me, very I followed it really well. I don't understand why everyone's putting off about it. Like,
some people are saying it's like the end of it.
Yeah, it's killed the franchise because it did so shite.
Yeah, I mean the last one they were struggling with, then now
this one. Yeah, China saved the last one, but China's not saved this one.
No.
But so I watched it. I was sitting through it because I was down here with my 6-month-old. 7-month-old, because she wouldn't go to sleep. So I was just rocking her in a chair, and
he put on an 18 rated film.
I found this app on my phone called Movie Hub. I was watching it on the telly. I was like, I actually kind of don't want to go to bed. I want to watch this. I'm really enjoying it. Got some really good de-aging at the beginning.
Okay.
Cool. Do you mind if I spoil?
Carry on. No.
Carry on. So yeah, spoiler alerts for the very beginning of the film. Basically, John Connor and Sarah Connor were sat on a beach.
Okay.
And the Terminator, and it's like, oh, we stopped the future that
It's directly following on from Genesis. Oh.
Time travel.
Yeah, true. Actually, I've seen Genesis.
You've seen Genesis?
Yeah.
Nothing to do with Genesis.
Nothing to do. Oh, right. Okay.
It's the new Terminator 3, innit? There's Terminator 3.
Yeah.
Rise of the Machines. Terminator 3, Genesis. Terminator 3, Dark Fate.
Right. Well, Christ.
And the Salvation, which is... I didn't mind that. The game was decent actually, but that's a different subject.
Yeah, let's stick.
So it's like, oh, I've stopped the Skynet apocalypse future from happening, but there's still Terminators coming back to kill John Connor for no reason, pretty much because the future's been stopped, but the back would kill him for no purpose. But I've been shutting them down, or something along them lines. And she kind of says that in walks a really well de-aged Arnold Schwarzenegger, pretty much probably fully CGI because he's topless. No, he's not topless. No, wait, was he? No. I remember seeing back muscle as he walked away, but I can't remember what he...
This is key that we get this right.
It's not, but it's key to the fact whether he was de-aged or CGI'd. Anyway, he walks in,
Yeah.
this like classic beach hut bar, where there's a bar, and like big, what are they called? Those umbrellas that aren't made to stop rain. Parasol. Walks in, shoots him with a shotgun.
Shoots who?
And walks off. John Connor.
Oh, right, wow.
Kills John Connor within the first 5 minutes.
Okay.
Obviously,
Whoa.
preferably rather that didn't happen, but for the point of the plot and the story, it makes sense.
Okay.
And he walks off, and I was thinking, fucking hell. First of all, Sarah Connor looks bang on, like literally exactly like she did in the original.
Yeah. Yeah, from the pictures
John,
I've seen.
you don't see much of John. You see his face on the floor.
Oh, he's dead.
He's dead. You see him shoot, but you don't see him. You don't see the impact.
Right.
And then you see him dead on the floor through Terminator vision, which is that red blurry vision.
Yeah.
Fuck that you see like that anyway. He walks off and dead. He's dead, isn't he? And she's like, no. But I can understand why people are mad at that. But again, for the plot going forward, it makes sense. And then literally, it goes to modern time or whatever modern time is in this film. Fucking never know with these films, do you? Because it's all timey-wimey, travelly-wabbly.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it goes to modern time. You see this woman who's talking to her brother, and then the Terminator spawns in somewhere on a bridge. And you cut. So there's like this big bridge, and then below the bridge there's a car with this couple romantically kissing, like, oh yeah, you know, you want to
Hawk
do
and
this.
Dove.
Maybe. Recast. So the good Terminator spawns in on top of this bridge.
Okay.
Like in the bridge. Obviously, usually when we see them spawn in, Arnie spawned in on the floor. They've always spawned in on the floor. It's quite interesting that it spawns. It's not always on point. Like,
yeah.
Maybe this bridge was lower in the future.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Okay,
but it spawns in this in an electric ball.
Yeah.
In the bridge.
In the bridge.
Falls through.
Oh, right.
And hits the floor. And they're like, oh my god. I think. Or does she spawn like at the top and then a car hits her or something? Anyway, she falls off the bridge. I can't remember the details. I didn't write any notes for this because it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I didn't really want to. So and then they see her and they save her, and she kills some cops because like they show up, I guess. No, I don't know how they know where she was after a random ball of electricity blows a hole in the bridge.
Yeah, true.
And then she pinches the guy's clothes because they wouldn't save her.
Oh,
and they're
right.
like
Obviously,
helping
they
her.
get murdered.
They don't get murdered.
Oh.
Because she's human with enhancements.
Oh.
And they she kills these coppers, and she pinches the guy's clothes, and she's like, "Whoa, what the fuck? I was helping you, man!" And she leaves.
It's Will Smith.
And then, and then the bad guy Terminator spawns in the. Do you know those building blocks? I don't think we get them very much in England, but in America there's those living buildings where it's like a square with a square of emptiness in between, and they have like lines of washing.
Haven't a clue.
So imagine a big square,
Yeah.
with a little square in the middle, but buildings
Right.
in the shape of a square.
Right.
Just imagine a massive skyscraper, or just a tower block with a hole through the middle
Okay.
and windows on the inside.
Right. Okay.
You know
I
what I mean?
get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So he spawns in the middle of this.
Oh, right.
And falls to the floor, and then he needs.
So he also didn't plan it very well.
Yeah, but he like lands super cool. She goes. He kind of lands like superhero landing.
Yeah.
You know, like super cool. He stands up. There's this woman. He's like bollock naked.
Yeah.
There's this woman, and she's like, rolls his t-shirt up, and he touches the t-shirt, and he's got the same t-shirt on.
Oh wow. Okay. So pretty advanced.
So he can touch things.
Mimic stuff. Yeah.
Like physical. Only to a certain degree. I don't think he can turn himself into a car.
Yeah.
Or into bottle of lemonade.
Yeah.
You know.
Custard cream.
I'm not eating a custard cream.
Mm.
But you get what I mean.
Yeah.
And then it's literally Terminator 1.
Okay.
But with this other woman, this Mexican woman who... It starts off similar to that. Like, the woman got sent back in time to save the new John Connor, who is actually a woman.
Yeah.
From Mexico.
Yeah.
And this new Terminator, which is basically the Terminator from Terminator 2, but you can duplicate.
Yeah.
Comes in to kill her. And there's this really cool fight scene at the beginning as well. When they first meet, she's at work, and the fight, and it's really cool. All they can do, literally all the way through the film, is all they can do is slow it down. And then they're on a freeway, and you see the bit from the trailer where Sarah rocks up with a rocket launcher.
Oh yeah, of course.
And then Carl's my favourite character. He's the Terminator. Is it the T-800?
That's the Anna, yeah.
Yeah. They go to his house, and because he's been sending Sarah Connor, messages of where these different Terminators have been spawning in, which is why she knew where this Terminator was.
Right, okay.
Who's a Rev 9, because there's a different company. I can't remember what the company's called. It's like Revolution or something ridiculous. I can't remember. So she turns up there and slows it down and says I'll be back.
Yeah, of course. She's not going to be back.
It's not I'll be back.
No, it's not the same, is it?
I'll be back. And she walks down to the killer and they nick a Jeep and drive off. She's only made for short bursts, this lady who's been sent back in time to protect the woman of name I can't remember. I'm not very good with names in real life, so that's why I'm not very good with names in films, or at least that's what I put it down to.
He has to look on a post-it note every time he says my name at the beginning of this podcast.
I have it stuck here to this side of the table, just out of view from him. But oh no, she's only made for short burst, otherwise she dies. What's the fucking point?
Yeah, that is a bit pointless.
So the hijacker pharmacy store, pharmacy chemist, as we call it in England. And then they're like, oh, we'll go to this. She rocks up like, I save your ass and you steal my car. Oh well, it's burnt now anyway. We need to get a new one. Burnt as in, you know what car it is. We'll steal this one instead. They drive off and they go to the place where she's getting these texts from. He opens the door. It's Arnold. And she's like, oh my god! She pulls a shotgun out and she stops her from shooting him, and she hates him all the way through. But he's such a good character. Like, in the last one, he's like tried to be human. Like he's like they've made out as if he's tried to become human, or tried to learn to become human. But in this one, he has learned to be human. He's blended in. He's got a wife. He's got a child. He hasn't got a child. He's got like her child.
Oh yeah,
stepson.
Stepson or whatever. He's pretending like it's his kid, kind of thing.
Yeah, and then but it's a completely non-physical relationship. Because she's like, did you not notice that you weigh 400 pounds and don't eat? And he's like, we have a non-physical relationship. Right then, she's a very happy lady, I guess. Just sat there like, I'm not going to continue what I was saying.
No, let's carry on.
Anyway, but he's like, some of the things he says are just like, so weird. It's like, oh, she likes me because I'm a good listener and I'm hilarious.
Oh, right, I see.
And then
classic
when they leave to go on the mission to kill this robot who's chasing them, to get something to kill the robot. It's like, it was the hardest thing I've had to do. What did you have to say? What did you say? I told her I won't be back.
Oh, I see.
No, you won't be, because it's the last one.
It is the last one.
Again! So yeah, then they drive off, and then they go to this EMP, they end up in a plane, the plane crashes, because of the Terminator. That's a really cool scene. You see the T-800 fight the Rev 9 for the first time. He's just shooting it with a machine gun, like,
yeah.
He punches him or something, he grabs him by the throat, slams it, and just continues riddling his face with this machine gun. It's really cool. So the action scenes are solid. And the character, who's been sent back. She's really cool. Some of the fights with her. Anyway, the plane crashes. This EMP is destroyed, and she's like running out of juice. And she's like, use my power source. It's the only thing that can kill it. Oh, and obviously, like that's probably the thing that people don't like.
Yeah.
Like,
really.
you've had the way to kill him this whole time, and what was the point? You may as well have just brought that item back. Like,
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, and then he walks up and he's like, "No, we're not going to do this." But also, after she says that, Arnie calls up with one arm at this point. His arm got ripped off. He's like, "You left your medicine on the plane."
Oh,
Which is fine again.
Just panic. All right, that was a bit pointless.
But then the fight, and it's again really cool. There's this big spinning thing, and he has to like pushing the Rev 9 into the spinny thing, and it explodes, and everyone's super duper injured. And the fight some more, and she's like, because Arnie nearly got sucked into this machine as well. So he's like completely conked out, and Sarah's right next to, as he's trying to kill her, he's laid there like conked out completely, and Sarah's there like on the floor, save her, and he goes to do the finishing blow, and he catches him, and then I can't remember if he kills him with the power source, because he gets the power source out of the woman again anyway.
It's got to be Arnie, hasn't it?
I think it is, because I think it's like goes to stab him.
Sarah, maybe.
I think it's like he goes to stab him, but he catches it. So then, oh no, I can't remember. It can't be Arnie because the person had 2 arms.
Right.
He goes to stab her, catches him. He goes to stab him, catches the arm. He knocks it out of the way, stabs again.
Right. I see.
But yeah. But then, right before he explodes, Sarah's like, "Fine," gets up, carries her away. So there's some little things like the issue that she has the way to kill him, and that ends up being how they kill him. And there's a whole story of how the person that she's got been sent back to save. Like obviously in the original, Kyle Reese, is it Kyle Reese?
Yeah, that's the dad, isn't it? Yeah.
Got sent back to the past because he always like had a picture of Sarah Connor, didn't he?
Yeah, and that's how they sort of.
Well, in this one, she's been sent back because she was the reason she survived. Do you know what I mean?
So a paradox.
So like she was like getting as a kid, she was about to get killed, and she turned up and was like, you know, we need to stick together, kind of thing, and saved her life essentially.
That's it. Terminator seems pretty dead.
Yeah,
Can't see one of them coming.
It wasn't about. It's obviously not as good as T1 or 2.
Yeah.
But it's by far the best one since.
Oh really? Because there's been a few.
They've all been shit.
There's been a lot of flops in the Terminator
apparently
franchise.
The series is good. Sarah Connor Chronicles. Sarah Connor Chronicles. It's hard to say that.
It is.
But yeah, so I'd definitely give it like a solid 8, 7.5.
Oh right, okay.
I liked it. I don't see why no one else did at all ever in the world.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've not seen it, but
I mean, there's the big thing is like, oh my god, so many females.
I mean, the thing for me was like the trailer just didn't seem that interesting. Like,
I think the later trailers did though.
you think it just seemed a bit more rehash, like because it is the villain does seem like
it basically is the plot of Terminator 1.
Yeah,
with a little
the
bit
villain
of
Terminator 2. Yeah.
That you can duplicate as well.
Well, they did that with Genesis as well. Like, obviously, it sounds like a very different film, but Genesis was a lot of revisiting the first 2 films.
Yeah, because that's what they're trying to do. Instead of making their own story,
they're
just
gone,
what we'll do is we'll copy the first 2.
Yeah, we'll make that timeline even more complicated.
Yeah. So basically, that's the canon third one now, and the other 2 aren't.
And so, what was the other film you saw then?
So at work, our mate, the manager, we'll call him the manager, wanted me to watch this film called The Highwaymen. And I was like,
okay,
that sounds like a really good film. Pretty much the same situation with my 7-month-old. Again,
this happens
I've
when you're
not had much
7
sleep
months
this
old.
week. And I was like, I can't remember what that film was. I'll just scroll through this app. And I come across this film that I've kind of wanted to watch but didn't want to buy, called Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, okay, right.
And I was like, do you know what? Fuck it.
We're giving it a watch. Animated,
It's
this one, isn't it?
fucking brilliant.
Is it?
It's so good. Have you seen it?
I've not seen it. I've seen clips of it. I've seen him fight.
It's
I've seen Batman and the Turtles fight. I've seen Batman fight Shredder the first time.
yeah. He fights Shredder, and
He gets his ass kicked,
when
doesn't
he's
he, the
fighting
first
Shredder,
time?
yeah, he loses, but he doesn't really get his ass kicked. They're kind of like 6 and 2 freeze.
He gets, well, the clip I saw, he got like smashed into a pipe.
Yeah,
It's
like
he
he
can't
loses,
move.
but like
Shredder could have killed him in
going
that moment.
toe to toe the whole way through.
Oh yeah, fair enough. I'll
And he
give
does
you
this fancy swinging his arm around, so you see like the big Foot Clan logo. And he double punches him in the chest, and he flies into a pole. But before that, he's like interrogating a Foot Clan member, and out
Yes.
of nowhere,
that. Gets killed.
a throwing star hits him slap bang in the middle of the forehead, and I'm like, what? This is a violent film. The one thing I didn't like is obviously he's like nearly like he's coughing up blood and he's fucked.
Yeah.
And then the next scene, he fights the turtles like he's fine.
Oh really?
And
Well,
he picks
yeah.
up the pieces. You said you've seen that scene, haven't you?
I've seen, but separately. So I've seen the scene where he fights the turtles,
Yeah.
and I've seen the scene where the scene basically ended where he was like, Shredder was like, "Cross me again and you're dead," and he's
Yeah.
like, and Batman's.
Obviously,
But I didn't realize those scenes.
because you're the main hero.
Yeah. I didn't realize it was like those two scenes were connected.
It's
It was like,
really good. I won't give too much away because it's one that you should watch.
yeah,
Not like Dark Fate. It's one of them where you like don't really matter.
yeah. I might give it a watch. I've seen it being like
It's sequel
publicised
based as well. It's sequel based at the end.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. I want them to do a second one. There's a whole kind of like bit in Arkham
Oh, cool.
where
Are any of the Batman villains like prominent in the?
yeah.
story?
Joker's in it.
Yeah,
Harley
okay.
Quinn's in it. Mr. Freeze is in it. Bane's in it.
Oh, wow, okay, quite a few.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah, right, well.
But they get mutated because the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, of course.
And there's a big thing goes on, and obviously good guys win.
Yeah.
But only just, obviously. And it's like, oh my god, that was a big distraction. And then, but some of the little things like, it's all serious and like cool music the guy with Donatello. No, yeah, with a stick.
Oh, I'm not 100% on which
The
turtle.
purple one with the stick. I'm pretty sure he's called Donatello because he gets called Donny.
Right.
Donatello, Robin, and Rafa, and Michelangelo.
That's a blue one. Isn't it?
No, that's Leonardo, the blue one.
Oh.
He's the goofy one, the orange one with
The
the
pizza
nunchucks. Are running up some stairs, and it's like a twisty staircase, kind of like do you know Harry Potter?
Okay.
But well, obviously they're not moving.
Yeah.
Like them types of, that type of staircase, and they're running up. It's like and then Michelangelo decks it
Wow.
and it stops.
Ninja.
It's like gets up. Little
Right.
things because it's like this is a Batman film. It's dead serious. Something completely fucking stupid happens.
Yeah.
It's like that made me laugh.
Yeah. I
Like,
get you.
that's
I get you.
what the type of film is. It's really good.
Because you can only take it so seriously when the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are like running alongside the
But
Batman.
they make it sound as if like New York's miles away as well. They make it sound like it's really far away. It's like, oh, we didn't come all
No,
the
so
way
it's not
to
like
New
they've
York.
not travelled through like a portal or anything. It's not like
No, they're
the same world.
They're rocked up because somebody's stealing things from tech companies all over America, I think. And Gotham's next, and they keep rocking up.
Right.
Batgirl's in it as well.
Oh, right.
There's a
Why
really,
are the Teenage Mutant
there's
Ninja
a really
Turtles
cool
not in the Justice
scene.
League? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, they're in a shared universe. So like,
They're defending New York.
well, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are like in everything, aren't they?
Well, there's links to Marvel. I don't know if you've ever heard that theory.
with the
that
Daredevil
and
thing. Yeah, the
Turtles with the same
Daredevil
accident.
thing, and then there's this. And then at the end credits, it shows you loads of comic book art covers from loads of different issues where they've crossed over.
Oh, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, really? Wow.
Loads. I thought this was like the first time.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, because
Christ.
I used to watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as a kid, but
No, I wasn't ever
You
big
know.
on it. I watched it a bit, but like not.
which is probably why I wasn't too bothered with this. But it's fucking great. The fighting's on point. Is it Kevin Conroy? Is that his name? Batman.
I don't know. Maybe yeah.
I know the answer to this question. with new headphones and with new microphone. I hope this still works. Hey Google, who voices the Batman in the animated series?
William Baldwin, Adam West, Bruce Greenwood, and others voiced the character Batman.
Not the best. You didn't mention the best one. Hey Google, who voices the Batman in the Arkham Asylum games? Oh, you
No,
daft
we've
bitch.
stumped it. We've stumped it. He doesn't know.
Hey Google, who voices the Batman in the Batman Arkham Asylum video game?
Kevin Conroy.
It is Kevin
Here's a
Conroy.
summary from the
No,
website
no, 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 no. No.
Kevin
Hey,
Conroy
Google, stop.
voices Batman, a superhero
Google.
who takes the peak
Hey, Google,
of
stop.
perfection and an expert in martial
No!
Someone's stopping
You're
now.
ruining the podcast.
arts, the Joker.
Fuck you,
Oh,
bitch.
God help us. The biggest, if you ever want to buy a Google Nest, this should encourage you.
I just wanted to know who played. Anyway,
We now know
It's
at least. We know a lot more.
the Turtles sound like the Turtles. Alfred's in it.
Okay, that's good. It's cool. We've got some good. Oh, Alfred, that's cool.
It's
So
a Batman film.
Has Alfred and Master Splinter got any scenes together?
No.
Ah, that's a
Maybe
shame.
they'll save that for the sequel.
Let's
I
hope
give it a
so.
solid 8. It's better than Dark Fate.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
so we're just saying. I don't know why Dark Fate's seen so bad.
No, I'm not saying Dark Fate's bad because this is good. I'm saying this is better than Dark Fate.
Okay. Okay, cool. And we'll obviously the third film you saw was another Batman film. It was The Dark Knight.
We'll
But
talk about that properly later.
we'll talk about that.
I've got notes on that one.
But let's go to the news then. What
Yeah.
movie news have we got today then, Fish?
I need to sneeze.
Oh,
It's gone. Oh, I've got an advert for the news app I use. Voicebox. But it doesn't work like this. It just imitates different characters and fuck off. So, Birds of Prey reactions have arrived. First reactions, early ones. Is it better than Suicide Squad? It says. It's got wow. It's got 1 wow, no sad, 4 trashy, no hot, and 1 juicy. You ready? I've not read this myself, so this is.
The only thing I've heard about.
Criminally fun celebration of sisterhood. With some of my favourite fight scenes in recent memory, I was grinning from ear to ear the entire thing.
Yeah. Good review.
Yeah, Winstead's Huntress is the not-so-secret MVP.
Oh, really?
Birds of Prey is an absolute blast and undeniable fun, live-wire jolt of adrenaline. Delightfully devilish and deliriously wicked. This irrelevant, rule-breaking riot delivers a contact high. Kathy Yan is a genius. Robbie Smollett, Winstead, Perez, and Basco are perfection. So they're pretty positive.
It's pretty positive.
Birds of Prey is a riot oozing with attitude and some of the most inventive, bone-crushing fight sequences in the superhero genre to date. Wow.
Because it doesn't look that good.
It doesn't.
In my mind.
I don't want to see it, but I'm gonna have to.
I also don't want to see it, but I
I'm
feel
not
like
a fan
we'll
of
have
Harley
to for this
Quinn.
podcast.
I don't like this Harley Quinn. There's something about it I don't like. Maybe it's because it was like pushed in your face all.
The only thing I've heard about this film is
R-rated, isn't it?
how is it? The only thing I've heard is that the other characters in the Birds of Prey get very sidelined for Harley Quinn. That the film, this is all I've heard, a rumour, but that the film basically becomes a Harley Quinn film and the other characters become very much minor.
So
it's not like they've
Titans
given equal footing.
It's like Titans season 1. Just
Maybe it is.
Robin with the Titans next to him.
I can imagine it's something like that. Then. Yeah, it does sound like
I feel like DC struggled to develop multiple characters in one film. I look at the Avengers film, obviously they've all had solo films, that's different. Guardians of the Galaxy does it well.
Yeah.
And X-Men, maybe not, mainly Wolverine films, weren't they? But there were still character development with the rest of them.
And the thing is with this as well, though, it's got a bit of dynamic with Guardians. All the characters were sort of equal level on how they were known, as in nobody knew one character above the rest. With this film, everyone knows Harley Quinn a lot more than the other women that are in this film.
Yeah.
So you would think you should spend more time
Black
digging up the
Siren.
others.
Black Siren's in
Black
the
Canary.
Arrowverse. Oh yeah. Oh shit. No.
It is Black Canary. I don't
There's
know who you're
different
thinking
ones because there's the Black Canary, the White Canary, and Black Siren, which is like the bad guy.
of. Yeah,
in
it's
the
Canary, isn't it?
Arrowverse anyway. Obviously, the Arrowverse steers miles away from the comics. So I still need to watch the rest of that crossover series because it was okay.
Yeah.
But
I don't know,
not
like
special.
this film. Maybe it will, and I hope it does. To be honest, I hope it does end up being a good film. I mean, as much as I think it's going to be a bad film, and as much as my hopes are rock bottom for this film, I still would obviously prefer it to be a good film. If I go and see that film and I come out and I'm like, oh wow, that film is amazing.
Sorry.
Of course, I'm going to be happy. It's an amazing film.
Yeah,
But
like,
I'm just being realistic that I don't
I'd
have
like
high
it
hopes
to
for it.
do well and be good because I want to see more DC films. I got along with Justice League, Batman v Superman, and especially Man of Steel and Batfleck. But they just did it all wrong. Like, and then this Flash movie has been pushed back so long. We should have already seen it 4 times.
Yeah, I know. This Flash film has become it's become a joke now. But and not only that as well. Like, are they still pushing with the universe because they've got the main universe?
Apparently not.
But then obviously you've got films like The Joker, which has been perhaps their most successful film.
Yeah.
As we said last time or the time before, it's been nominated for the most Oscars of any superhero film. But it's not part of the worlds of DC.
No.
So
They were saying, "Oh, we're done with the worlds of DC. We're releasing this, and that's it." Wonder Woman did really well.
Yeah.
Shazam was really good. I don't know if it did really well or not.
yeah,
This is apparently decent, and then you've got Wonder Woman 2 coming out,
yeah, that's true.
and then there's the Black Adam, which is obviously going to be linked to Shazam, and
And-
all these are in the
and
worlds
the Flash
of DC
film,
universe,
if it
and
ever
the
comes
Flash
out,
film,
yeah.
which is Ezra Miller. So that's again, they're all linked in. I think they've gone, nah, yeah, we're definitely done with this. Release a film that isn't attached to him.
Yeah,
Then we can do some multiverse bullshit later down the line. that's what I've kind of got from this.
it's just messy, isn't it? It's just messy DC. And
Yeah.
to be fair, they've had their fair share of hits recently. Obviously, DC did always used to get hated on for some disastrous films, but they've had some hits recently. But it just so happens that most of their hits are so disconnected from the worlds they've built up, as in Shazam and the Joker, that
Yeah.
you know, you look at the Joker film and you almost think it's not a DC film. It's just a film that happens.
The guy just happens to want to be called the Joker.
And I've heard rumours again that they're making a sequel to that Joker's
Yeah.
film.
But apparently Joaquin Phoenix doesn't usually do sequels.
No, true. But
Yeah.
whether he does or not. But now, you've got the thing, you've got Jared Leto's Joker still about, you've got this Joaquin Phoenix Joker still about.
Yeah.
Who knows what else? So, who knows? I mean, again, if they keep making good films, Joker, I really enjoyed Joker, I really enjoyed Shazam.
I like
If they keep
Joker
making
and
good
Shazam.
films like that, I'm not too bothered
I
about
keep forgetting to buy Shazam on Blu-ray. Like, I like to buy, even if I don't like them, I'll still buy them on Blu-ray. I haven't bought Suicide Squad. That's not happening. But like, even if I only somewhat like them, I always buy Blu-ray if I buy a superhero film.
And that's what I mean, like, if they keep making films that are decent, then to be honest, I don't care too much about the connectedness. But if they're going to push just the connectedness and over everything else, over plot or over character development or anything, then I
That's
don't
what
care
they
too
try
much.
to do. Because I look at the Justice League. I started watching that the other day, and I had to go get ready. What did I do? I think I went in the shower or something. Because it was like really early morning.
Yeah.
Just dropped the 3-year-old off at school, and the girlfriend was in the shower, and I was down here with the 7-month-old, and I was like, fuck it, I'll put this on.
Justice League on, yeah.
Yeah, and then I didn't, and obviously didn't end up watching it because, yeah. Have you got it? You said you got something.
Well, it's news, but it's like something that's already happened. But just because,
That's what news is.
hey, oh well, yeah, it
already
is.
happened.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
News is never
never
something
not.
that's coming.
No.
Unless it's like this film's coming, but that's not.
And you, along with many other of Doctor Who fans of old, ditched the show when it started, also plummeting downhill,
Yeah.
and it has been shocking recently. But the reason we're talking Doctor Who now is I've sticked with Doctor Who, but it's made some gains on like social media.
Stuck with some bad shows, me. I watched season.
That
3
tells you how
and
bad
4.
Doctor Who is. Then
I
you
watched
didn't stick with that.
I watched season 3 and 4 of Arrow,
Wow.
and they're bad.
But yeah, it's regained attention because of the massive spoiler here. But in the last episode, John Barrowman's Captain Jack Harkness is back.
I haven't seen the scene, but I've seen an interview.
Yeah.
With clips of the scene in it.
And obviously, if you haven't seen it by now, it's been ruined for you anyway. But he's in the episode. He's in it for only a short time. He basically, his episode is sort of like a secondary story to the main story, so it's not linked to the main story as such. But he goes about trying to grab the Doctor. He's trying to teleport the Doctor.
He's trying to bring her from somewhere where she's locked, but he keeps bringing all of the.
Well, the Doctor and the companions are on Earth, and he's in a stolen spaceship, and he's trying to grab the Doctor so he can send a message. But instead of grabbing the Doctor, he just accidentally keeps grabbing all of the companions.
Yeah. Because he thinks Bradley Walsh is the Doctor.
Yeah, and that's the good bit at first. At first, you don't see him; you just hear his voice. He basically just said Bradley Walsh gets grabbed first. He says to him, he's like, "Don't move because I'm still not sure I've turned off the laser grids." And then he does something like, "Oh, but you're glad to see me," or whatever. Classic thing of it works in the show, but it's a thing to the audience of "I'm back."
Yeah.
And then he appears. He runs up to Bradley Walsh's character, who's called Graham, and he gives Graham a massive snog, thinking that Graham's the Doctor. And then obviously they work out after a while that he's not, and his companion. And then it's quite a good moment. Captain Jack, he feels like Captain Jack as well. They've written him like Captain Jack. So Bradley Walsh says, "Oh, the Doctor's a woman now," and Captain Jack's like, "Oh, I've got to see this." And yeah, he keeps grabbing characters, but he passes on a message, which is basically just furthering on what looks like the series arc and the finale.
Yeah.
He just tells the companions to tell the Doctor to beware the lone Cyberman, and to not pass on, to not let the lone Cyberman have what it wants. And then he's asked to vanish. I don't know why
Yeah, because some of my favourite episodes of season 1 and 2 and 3.
Yeah, he's in it until series 4, and he's through Eccleston and Tennant's era.
Yeah, through all them is some of my favourite episodes are with Captain Jack, the World War II episode in season 1 with the "Are you my mommy?"
Yeah, exactly. First time he appears, yeah.
And there's the whole Master finale of season 3. Is it 3 or 4?
3, that one, yeah.
Yeah, where he's tied up and he keeps breaking free and getting killed.
Yeah.
Because he can't die. He obviously wakes
die.
up. But it was one of my favourite parts of Doctor Who, other than Tennant.
Yeah.
Who somehow needs to come back.
And of course as well, not only that, there's Torchwood did really successful.
Torchwood was I really like Torchwood.
And especially,
seasons, though, didn't it?
Some people say that some of the best Doctor Who universe content of all time is the Torchwood series Children of Earth.
That's the one where they can't die, isn't it?
No, that's Miracle Day that followed. Children of Earth's the one where one day all of a sudden all the children just speak in unison with an alien voice. And
yeah, I can't remember what happens in that though. And
worth a rewatch, and it's dark. And it's sad.
It's dark because one of the first, I don't know if it's the first season or the second season, someone dies and gets brought to life. And it's just you don't know what you're gonna see. It's just a darkness.
Oh yeah, they keep.
As I watched that as a kid, I was like, that's terrifying.
Yeah, there is some scary stuff in it. Yeah, where they go.
I used to be terrified of those monsters, the weird, piranha-faced humanoids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I used to be terrified of them. And
even there's an episode that's quite. It's not scary as such, but it's gruesome. It's called Countryside, and that's where the aliens aren't actually. There's no aliens in it. They go to this village, and I think they push it too much in that episode. But they're always like, "Oh, all these deaths and disappearances, it's got to be alien. It's got to be alien." And it's not alien. It's this village are cannibals, and they're kidnapping people that have wandered into their village and killing them. And you just see meat hanging up, obviously it's human bodies, and you see blood everywhere and bloody knives and stuff. And but Torchwood did. It was the adult Doctor Who. It was grim, and it suffered a little bit in terms of the show. I remember reading once that the Torchwood writing team really wanted to have a Dalek on an episode of Torchwood, and the reason they didn't is because they thought it would attract too many kids to watch the show. So
I see where they're coming from.
Because if they wanted a Dalek on Torchwood, they wouldn't also want to then limit the adult nature of Torchwood.
Yeah, I like how it linked to Doctor Who as well, because obviously at the end.
That's what I mean. They did kind of get their Dalek in Torchwood in that Doctor Who crossover episode, didn't they? the end of
I don't remember. Of course
the
not.
end of series 4 when Davros is back, and the Doctor meets all his old companions, including
I can't remember who Davros is. The only Davros
creator
I
of
know.
the Dalek.
Oh, I was going to say the only Davros I can remember is the one from Iron Fist.
Oh, Davos, that is, yeah.
Davos,
who
yeah.
is also now in Doctor Who as well.
As the Master.
As the Master, yeah, spoilers, guys. Yeah.
But like, how does he dies? He dies. Like, he gets shot, and he's like,
Captain Jack.
no, the Master. He gets shot, doesn't he? He's like, regenerate, you can do it. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
no, I don't want to.
Oh, but you missed.
He
He's been back twice since then. He
Yeah,
was a woman
back
before the
as
Doctor was.
Yeah, back as
So-
Catherine Tate one as well, like with an episode.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't the Doctor. I'm not getting into it because I can't be asked. But,
We're going into but yeah, the point was, yeah, he's back in Doctor Who.
back in Doctor Who, but it was only like a one-time thing, wasn't it? But he said in an interview, he was like, I haven't worked with
Jodie.
Jodie yet, but Jodie Whittaker?
Yeah. hmm
I haven't worked with Jodie yet, but if they ask me again, I'll drop.
Well, the
Yeah,
thing is about Doctor Who is they've done this big thing where they brought back Captain Jack, but it really was fan service because it's part in the episode. As much as it's cool, as much as I love seeing Captain Jack back, and he did a good job.
Yeah.
It's so short, and it's just obviously to deliver a message. They could have done that in a number of ways that didn't involve Captain Jack. They could have just read a screen.
They could have like
Anything could have happened.
even like got a letter or something, and it said from CT Jack,
Yeah, literally anything.
and fans would have known what that is.
But they've done it as fan service. But
And
now,
they've heard
obviously, the other thing, before he goes, he says something like, oh, bless you.
Alright.
He says like, oh, when the Doctor needs me, I'll be there, kind of thing. And it's just like, oh, he's going to be back. And he may well still be back. I mean, there's 5 episodes left of the current series.
He'll be back at the drop of a hat. That's how much he loves that character.
No, but even the character in the episode said he would be back. He's like,
Yeah.
when the Doctor needs me, I'll be there. But then everyone thinks, oh, he's going to be back. They're not. Everyone, the fan base thinks they've not just brought Captain Jack back for a couple of scenes where he just delivers a message
Yeah.
to not have him back in the series finale. They're like, they haven't done that. Chibnall has come out and said, the showrunner, Chris Chibnall,
not coming
has said he's not back in this series. But if he's not back, the fans are going to change from suddenly being really happy that Jack's back to very fuming.
Yeah.
There was another twist in that episode, though. I don't know if you know about the other twist.
Probably not.
Probably not. So the other twist was actually even bigger than Captain Jack being back. And it's, again, probably linking with the series arc, was that in the episode, the Jadoon, which are the Rhino Police from Tennant's era, they're back. Yeah, not a fan?
No.
No?
That was the one where they got sent to the moon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. The whole no
Because
coast.
for no random reason, Tennant runs up to
Martha? Yeah. His knowledge is still good.
Look at this! And runs off.
Oh,
Is that how you choose your companions?
worked.
It did.
But yeah, so they're looking for someone on Earth. It's never really said who. There's this couple that are in the episode that are being chased. And anyway, things go on, stories go on. And this black woman who is the main sort of human, she's confused at what's going on, and the Doctor's like, there must be something more to you. Basically, she ends up breaking a fire, like a fire alarm glass box. She breaks one of them, but it's the equivalent of the Doctor's fob watch, if you remember when the Doctor became a human in the Family of Blood.
Oh, yeah.
It's equivalent of that. And she is a Time Lord.
Oh.
Not just any Time Lord, though, this woman.
She's the biggest Master Time Lord of all
She's
time.
the Doctor.
Well, what?
She says, I am the Doctor. So you see all this Time Lord energy coming back into this woman, this woman. And then the actor's called Joe Martin, but the character's name was Ruth. So Ruth gets this energy. And at that point, you're like, oh, it's a Time Lord, but obviously any Time Lord it could be. I mean, at that point, you're thinking, you've seen the Master in the series earlier. The Master's now Davos. So you think it's not the Master, it's not you wouldn't even think it was the Doctor. You think, but there's plenty of Time Lords. The Rani is a famous old Who Time Lord villain and stuff. So you think it could be any of them. But then, while she's getting this energy into her, Jodie Whittaker, the Doctor, is digging up a grave because she knows there's something mysterious under this grave. And as she just digs up under this grave, what's under this grave is the TARDIS, as in the police box. She's like, what's going on? She turns around and she's this woman, Ruth, and Ruth is now not a scared human anymore. She's like, oh, you're probably confused. Let me explain. I'm the Doctor, I'm a Time Lord, and this is my ship. And then you're like, what's going on? And They
does sound pretty cool, to be fair.
they make a point of making sure that it's not a trick or anything, because they both end up in this TARDIS, Ruth's TARDIS, which is very reminiscent of an old TARDIS.
When you say old TARDIS, do you mean season 1?
I mean,
2?
like first Doctor style. It's very, very minimalistic, very like pale and stuff.
okay.
It looks quite cool though. I like the look of it. And to avoid tricks, Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Sonic's this Ruth Doctor, and she says we're the same person. And then they even say some lines together at the same point, you know, like in unison. They say the same lines at the same time, and like we've got the same brain kind of thing. And then they're like, we're definitely the same person. And but the thing is, neither of them can remember each other. So you would think obviously one of them has to be a past regeneration, but why can't either of them remember him at either point? Ruth Doctor can't remember ever being Jodie Whittaker Doctor, and Jodie Whittaker Doctor can't remember ever being Ruth Doctor. So there's that mystery. But and also Ruth Doctor has something she doesn't realise. So she didn't realise that Gallifrey was destroyed in the Time War kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
She doesn't seem to recognise a sonic screwdriver.
Parallel universe?
There's a couple of theories.
Really?
There's a few theories that are buzzing around. No one seems to have a complete theory, and obviously it's going to be revealed later on. One of the theories that's quite key is a parallel Earth theory.
Yeah.
Because there's a few hints that could be a thing.
What's a parallel Earth? So it's really similar to our Earth, but sometimes like the lights may be blue instead of green.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But some people said parallel Earth theory, which would explain why the Doctors wouldn't recognise each other and stuff like that.
Yeah.
However, Chris Chibnall has again come out, and it could be a red herring, but he's come out and said it's not parallel Earth. So he's come out and said like this Doctor is the Doctor.
You should let the fans go wild and.
They should. The fans have got plenty of other theories.
Like one of the reasons Star Wars is so big is because the fans can just.
Well, I'll tell you what the key theory is, the main theory is, and the main theory is actually angering fans. So as much as the fans were buzzing about Captain Jack being back, they were most of them fuming about this. I've not seen anyone who likes this idea, but it is the current main idea, and there's a lot of rumours and leaks that this could be where he's going. The rumour is that this Roof Doctor is from a whole...
Roof Doctor.
Roof Doctor, yeah.
Just fixes roofs.
No, but her name
Your
was
roof's
Roof,
gonna
wasn't it?
leak. Well, guess what, mate? I've got your back.
Well,
I'll make this regenerate.
The rumour
I've
is...
got all the time in the world.
Oh, he's all day.
I'm here for this next hour.
The rumour is that this new Doctor is perhaps from a whole regeneration cycle, a whole load of regenerations before William Hartnell's first Doctor. So the first Doctor isn't the first Doctor, and that there's been how many knows regenerations before him.
Oh, okay. So obviously.
So basically, they're retconning it. So the first Doctor wouldn't be the first Doctor. There would have been Doctors before him.
Tennant's number 13, isn't he? Is that
Tennant's 10.
Tennant's 10. 10 Tennants. 10 Tennants or Tennants.
The new series started with Eccleston, who was number 9. Tennant was then 10. Matt Smith 11. Peter Capaldi 12. Jodie Whittaker 13. But if you follow the regeneration cycles, they put the War Doctor in between for the 50th, so he was like a regeneration.
I didn't like that episode. I was really excited for that. That pushed me off as well a little bit.
Did it?
With the whole Matt Smith, David Tennant, and that old guy.
Yeah, the War Doctor. It was originally going to be Eccleston coming back, but obviously he didn't want to come back, so they had to quickly rewrite.
Yeah, I didn't like that episode.
But yeah, what do you think about that? Because the fans
That's really cool.
don't seem very happy. They think like
on the theory itself.
Yeah, of like retconning
kind of
all the old Doctors. That
makes the one of the season. Was it the season finale of Matt Smith?
Yeah.
No one's ever regenerated this many times.
Well, it might. It's got weight. There's a lot of rumours about there, and it does seem to be the biggest theory that's coming out. But it still doesn't explain. And some of the evidence is, for example, a sonic screwdriver. This new Doctor didn't recognise the sonic screwdriver. The sonic screwdriver came into the show with the second Doctor.
Well, then
so the only Doctor.
I'll explain that.
So it would be if the second Doctor was the first one to have the sonic, and every Doctor since has had the sonic, she could only come in between. And first,
she's like 900 years old, so
she's over 1,000 now.
Aren't you?
Yeah, maybe, but that's one thing that would go against the theory. Why can't she remember this Doctor? The other thing that goes against it is in the lore of the Doctor Who, which some people, I think this is one reason why people are really annoyed, because it would change it a lot. Is in the show, the TARDIS looks like the TARDIS because the first Doctor landed on Earth in the 60s, and the chameleon circuit broke and it stuck.
Yeah, I
But
know that,
the first Doctor, William Hartnell, did that. He was the one that happened under, and she has a TARDIS
so
that looks like a
that
police
kind of
box.
knocks it out of the park.
So it would. So that's again
me.
another thing that's against it.
Yeah.
There's other theories as well, but the other theories I think are a bit too far out there. There's other theories are linking into like classic Who. So there's a theory going around called Series 6B, which is apparently it's deep in the lore. Apparently, I don't watch much classic Who, but in the really classic Who. Classic Who is Doctors 1 to 9 before it got remade. You know, the really old stuff. So Classic Who was in this Series 6B. Long story short, is between the second and third Doctor. When the second Doctor regenerated, he didn't choose his regeneration. The Time Lords, who were around in Old Who, forced him to regenerate, and he became the third Doctor. But you don't actually see that regeneration. You see him in the TARDIS, and then you see the third Doctor leave the TARDIS. So some people speculating there was a whole load of adventures that happened between the regenerations where other Doctors could fit in.
Yeah.
But that seems too deep into Old Who for me.
Well,
but yeah, but it's angered fans. So fans are a bit happy, fans are a bit mad.
Fans are angry.
But at least it's got them talking again.
Yeah.
It's got people watching. I know even from this, I've had people I know that who, like you, quit when Whittaker came in, and have actually blitzed through Whittaker series just to see Captain Jack.
I quit when Capaldi came in because that fucking dinosaur episode was shite.
Yeah, there's been some bad ones. There's been some bad
so
ones.
bad, and I thought, old guy, going to be a bit more like Tennant style, a bit more gritty, with a bit of the Doctor Who comedy that's in there. It was just shit. Anyway,
well, what I always think as well is sometimes I always wonder with this how much is nostalgia, because for me, as much as I like Star Wars and Marvel and stuff like this, the thing that defines my childhood and like geekdom is Doctor Who. I grew up watching Doctor Who. I was obsessed with Doctor Who. I loved it. So I wonder how much of me loving Tennant and Eccleston era is nostalgia, me just remembering stuff that's not as good. So recently,
I watched the Reaper episode. Not recently, but like a while back, I was having the same thought, and I watched the Reaper episode. It's still really good.
That's what I mean. So recently, Doctor Who's currently ongoing now. It's on every Sunday at 7.
Yeah.
But it's halfway through this of series 12. It is, and so obviously the Captain Jack episode's just been on.
Fuck me.
But so I've been watching that most Sundays. It's been on. But I thought, what, I'll rewatch some old episodes, some like just odd ones of Eccleston and a couple of Smiths and that. And yeah, they're so much better.
Yeah.
Everything's better. The companions in Doctor Who now have nothing to do. Jodie Whittaker's been the Doctor for a series and a half now. The companions have had absolutely nothing to do.
Played pivotal roles in stories and arcs. Like Martha saves the world essentially in season 4.
The villains are shocking now. This tells you everything. The villains.
Oh, it's season 3.
Since Doctor Who came back, you've had villains like. You've had the Weeping Angels, a classic villain now.
Good.
The Silence. You've had.
Silence.
They were the ones that you can't see. When you can only remember them when you're looking at them. As soon as you look away, you can't see them. You've had stuff like the Empty Child, the Gas Mask Kid. The Are You My Mummy? Stuff like that. Classics. Now, Chibnall's villains include giant spiders. Niche cliche been done so many times.
Yeah.
They include a man with teeth on his head.
Really good film called Spiders, though.
Yeah. Probably better than Doctor Who's episode. And his defining villain, he had a villain in one episode which were floating rags. I'm not joking you, his villain was floating rags.
Wow.
They go on this planet, they think there's a big threat, they say like, there's advanced weaponry and stuff like that. It's floating rags. Shocking. Chris Chibnall, if you're listening to this, quit, please.
Yeah. Bring back whoever wrote the Tenants.
I'm going to go on an angry rant about Doctor Who, so let's change to some news story.
Have you got any other news? So I've got one more thing of news, and we're going to move on to Batman.
You do your news now while I get off my Doctor Who mindset.
Yeah. So, Warner Brothers has revealed the official cast of Batman.
Okay, cool. I don't know this actually. So
I don't.
We know who the Batman is.
Yeah. Hopefully, this has a list.
We've got Robert Pattinson as Batman.
Random ad. Oh wait, what? Where? Right. So. Now that production is officially underway, Warner Brothers is ready to talk more about the Batman. Studios related. So, star Robert Pattinson is Bruce Wayne and Batman. Zoe Kravitz is set to play Selina Kyle. Jeffrey Wright is James Gordon. I really liked J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons.
Yeah.
Probably busy with Marvel now, isn't he?
Paul Dano is Edward Nashton. Do you know who that is? Oh, aka
The Riddler,
The Riddler.
I think. Yeah.
I thought he was Edward Nigma. Edward Nigma.
Yeah, I think, well, he is in the comics, isn't he? But maybe they've just changed the name a bit. Or I don't know who that actor is, but I've got a friend who does say that he's really good and he's looking forward to it.
I watched the podcast. I listened to the Weekly Planet, Mr. Sunday Movies podcast, and I remember him talking about him, and he said he looks just like you'd want him to look. Apparently, Josh Turturro is the role of the dangerous criminal mastermind Falcone.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
It's previously reported by someone. Andy Serkis will step into the role of Bruce Wayne's loyal butler, Alfred Pennywise.
Really?
Finally, Colin Farrell will play Oswald Cobblepot.
Well, it's a big cast then.
Isn't he like not like slim like me and you slim? Isn't he like good shape, Colin Farrell? I'll go on IMDb. Will all this have been put on IMDb? Because I don't know who these people are. The Batman. 2021. I have to say the Batman every time I say the Batman because it's the only way I can imagine saying the Batman. I do not recognise. Oh yeah, Paul Dano. I would never have known his name. But there's a picture of him. That's not a picture. That's a video of that. He's in The Prisoners, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think. He's not in The Prisoners. He's in Cowboys and Aliens. And he's in 12 Years a Slave.
The good thing about this news, though, is look at this compared to The Flash. The Flash movie, right?
Oh, he is in Prisoners. He's in Prisoners.
This Flash movie we're supposed to be getting, it's been delayed again and again and again, but you never hear much news about it. You never hear new stuff. This Batman film, like, I feel more and more's coming out.
Oh, no.
Oh, bad news.
Don't want him.
Who's that?
You not seen Transformers?
Oh,
The 7 guy, John Turturro,
is playing... Falcone, was it?
Carmine
A mob boss.
Falcone. And he's like... no.
To be fair, though...
I mean, he might be different. I've not seen anything else he's in. I've only got Transformers to go off, and I don't like him in that film. I don't like many of those films.
No.
1 is good, 2 is shit, 3 is alright, 4 and 5 are garbage, and Bumblebee's really good.
I forgot Bumblebee was a film, actually.
I don't know who this is. Zoe Kravitz. She's in X-Men First Class. Oh yeah, I know who she's in that. But and she's Mary Jane in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, cool.
If you look at her, that could maybe be seen as quite. She's obviously the different skin tone to Mary Jane.
Yeah.
And, she's in who's she playing? She's in the Lego Batman as well. She's Catwoman in the Lego Batman.
Oh, wow,
well.
okay. Sticking to the...
Yeah. Colin Farrell is Colin Farrell. We all know who Colin Farrell is. But he doesn't...
Could just do a different version of the Penguin, don't it? It doesn't have to necessarily be...
Look at that hair.
yeah, Penguin, sleek hair, I guess, maybe. It'd be good to see Penguin as an actual threat, though, rather than just a big, fat, wobbling man.
Yeah. I kind of like this idea of Alfred Pennyworth being this ex-military secret agent guy. But I kind of don't at the same time.
Yeah.
Because, like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Batman film, it's just Alfred. The Dark Knight trilogy mentions military, but at the end of the day, doesn't come through.
Yeah, I don't think it should be the big thing about
Andy
Alfred.
Serkis. It's Andy Serkis. Like, I'm the clone now, aren't I? I don't know if that's what he starts like. But he's going to be a brutal fucking... He's going to punch somebody in this film.
Yeah.
8 out of 10 chance he's going to punch somebody. He's going to punch somebody, I know. He's going to fucking punch somebody.
Unless the Penguin...
Here is a picture of James Gordon.
The Penguin and Alfred stuff could be a flashbacks to a younger Penguin and Alfred.
James Gordon.
Oh, right, okay. So your hopes...
Jeffrey Wright. I've seen him in some things. I can't think what. I know he's a good actor. I'm looking through, none of these films are standing out to me as to what I've seen him in. I know he's a good actor. He's probably going to do a really good job. But I've got one thing on me. He's in Source Code. That's probably where I've seen him. And he's in Casino Royale. Probably seen him in that.
So looking at the cast then...
I feel like he's cast as Commissioner Gordon, James Gordon, because it's 2020.
Right.
You know what I mean, don't you?
Yeah, I know
PC
what you
gone mad. But
could do a good job though.
again, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
But I know that's probably one of the reasons behind it, because this is.
If it does a good job though, I don't think it has to be that.
If I'm someone now in the future, this is going to get propped back up, and I'm going to get done for racism. But that's what I think.
But what do you think then? Just looking at the cast list,
But then again,
give you hope, or
Battenbat.
to give you hope? Does it not give you hope? Does it make you feel more excited for
Selena
Batman?
Kyle.
Yep, yeah, I bet you do.
I think Bruce Wayne. I think Robert. Fuck, I can't stop saying Robert Battenbat now. I think Robert Battenbat is going to be good. Colin Farrell, he is a good actor. He might pull it off. It might be a different type. Why have you got Toy Zebra?
Toy Zebra.
I think I'm going to like Andy Serkis. The Riddler looks good.
What story do you think they'll follow? Any particular story?
Apparently, it's going to be The Long Halloween,
Oh yeah, cool.
which is pretty much like every villain's in it, isn't it? Or something.
Well, you've got a few villains in this film already,
Yeah, exactly.
and I mean there might still be more to be announced or more secret ones. You know.
Yeah, but that's all I've got news-wise.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I've just heard some rumours, very vague rumours from outside sources about the Batman. The rumour I heard was that the Batmobile might not be much of a tank this time round. Apparently, the guy behind the director, perhaps, he was posting pictures of like American muscle cars, and he suggested that the Batmobile is going to be less like the Tumbler or less like the Batmobile from the Justice League. It's going to be less like big, bulky, and like tank-like, and more like a muscle car.
When you say muscle car, now, my favourite car, my dream car, is the Ford Mustang GT, which is arguably one of the most famous muscle cars in the world.
Probably, yeah. The Mustang comes to mind straight away.
So there's different types of muscle cars. Obviously, there's the Mustang, the modern Mustang, which is like a car.
Yeah.
It's just a car now. It's
Yeah,
just a coupe.
it's just a car,
pretty
yeah.
much, with a big engine. Then there's those what kind of look like big floating rectangles on wheels. Not saying they don't look cool, but that's kind of what they look like.
Yeah.
The original Adam West Batmobile was kind of like a muscle car, I guess. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
With the red trims.
Yeah, true.
That-
That's I
I
feel-
hope it doesn't look like that.
No,
I'm not saying that's a bad Batmobile.
it
but
feels to me more like a car. Is
I
what
think
I'm
it's a lot more like a car.
because the Tumbler
this-
looks very like I wasn't. I mean, I'm guessing we're
fits
gonna.
that universe really well. Though,
Yeah, but and I guess we'll come to that a bit later maybe. But I wasn't a big fan of the Tumbler.
well, yeah,
No,
I liked it.
for me, the thing about Batman is it's all about speed and sleekness and getting away without being seen, kind of.
Yeah, but Christopher Nolan doesn't do fight scenes very well, does he?
No, but that's what I mean. The Tumbler for me, it was just everything that Batman shouldn't be. Like I understand the need for a big
and
car.
loud. Yeah, but he does have stealth aspects to the Tumbler.
I know, but it just
We'll
looks
do
like
a separate
tank.
video on this one day.
Yeah.
When we find out more about this Batmobile, we'll do.
Well, as I
proper
say,
video.
we've had a suggestion to at some point rank our favourite Batmobiles, so we can do
Yeah,
that.
We can do
At some
that.
point.
But yeah, like, have you seen the latest reincarnation of the Knight Rider?
I've not, no.
That's a Mustang.
Oh, is it? Okay, cool.
Yeah, a black Mustang.
Not bad cars to do, though, to be
No.
fair.
I'm not saying it's going to look like a Mustang.
No.
If anything, it probably look more like Dodge Charger.
But maybe they're going for a more realistic Batman then. Maybe they are going for like
I
proper
think
realism.
Out of all the Batman's films that we've seen, I think it's going to look more like That one with the big wings. The massive 2 Batman wing spoilers. Fucking...
What's it from? Which film?
Batman and Robin. I think it's going to look more like that Batmobile. Or...
Oh, okay.
I think it'll look more like a classic animated film Batmobile. You know the one from like the animated series?
But is that one like physically possible? Because I know some of the animated Batmobiles are like...
Someone's made one.
Oh.
Have you not seen that?
I'm not sure which one you're talking about, actually.
I'll show you a picture. Hardcore fans will know that you can just Google it. But they probably will know what I mean. Batman, the animated series. Batmobile. There it is. I think it's going to look something more like that.
Oh, I do know it. Yeah, of course I do. Yeah, I feel it might be right actually there.
How does the tune go for that? I've got X-Men in my head.
I'm trying to think. You're going to get it in my head now. Batman. Oh.
Do you know who might know? Hey Google, play the Batman animated show theme tune.
Sure, playing Batman, the Brave and the Bold theme on Spotify.
That's not what we want.
I don't think it is. No. Hey Google, stop.
Definitely not what we wanted.
Definitely
Batman the Brave and the Bold.
copyrighted.
Yeah, we are definitely getting...
Nah, I don't think it will, because I think it has to be like
DC
30
have bigger
seconds.
problems.
But yeah, I think it's
Would you like,
that.
because this is the other question that comes up a bit with Batman, it's not so much, it's come up recently, but obviously, so this Batman film is separate from the Worlds of DC universe.
Apparently.
The Joker film is separate from the Worlds of DC.
Apparently.
But would you like to see the Robert Pattinson Batman, admittedly we've not seen him actually in action, go against Joaquin Phoenix Joker?
No.
No?
Because Joaquin Phoenix Joker is more of a bumbling idiot than a Joker.
Yeah. Joaquin Phoenix Joker would be defeated
instantly, yeah. The thing a lot of people, and kind of myself, didn't like about the Joker is the fact that he's not the Joker. He doesn't come up with schemes, he's not intelligent, he laughs, and he's mental, and that's it. So,
again, maybe we don't want to go into this question too much, because, again, we could do this another time as a separate segment, but if you would say favourite Jokers, then you're ruling out Joaquin Phoenix as the best Joker.
Yeah, it's Heath Ledger, isn't it?
Heath Ledger. Yeah, I've got to admit, it's probably where my
go. We don't need to do a video on this.
We don't need to do a video on this, then, okay.
Because there's like 4, 5.
Well, you could do the video game ones, maybe the animated series ones.
Yeah, they're both the same.
Mark Hamill in it. Yeah.
Maybe
isn't the good ones?
Maybe him, but live action, it's got to be Heath Ledger.
Live action, it's got to be Heath Ledger, yeah. See, I wasn't... I know fans are... Yeah, exactly. I know fans are... A lot of fans do quite like the Tim Burton Batman and the Joker and that, but he never really was my kind of Joker.
I see why fans like him. He is a lot like the Joker.
The Michael Keaton one, that isn't it? No, sorry.
Yeah, Michael.
Jack Nicholson is the Joker in it. Yeah.
But I've always thought of the Joker as being this guy who is unpredictable but always has a plan. Yeah. Like, have you seen Batman v Superman animated film? It's just called Batman v Superman.
No, I haven't. No.
Batman says, and remember, you never know what to... No, expect the unexpected with the Joker.
Yeah.
Now that's the Joker to a T.
Little did we know it would be Jared Leto when he was talking about it then. He's got to be
He's the shittest.
He's the shittest, isn't he?
But then there is that guy who just painted over his moustache.
Oh, there is. I've not actually seen that one.
I've not, but...
That's it. Val Romero or someone, is it?
Yeah. So, we're going to get onto the Dark Knight, but first, we need a wee.
Okay.
So we'll stop recording right now. Yeah, and then we'll pick it back up. Right, I'm back. I never actually left. I pissed myself.
I'm not back yet. I am really. I had you there, didn't I?
So,
what am I like?
We just talked about the Joker. Just so happens this week, I watched The Dark Knight.
Classic.
The second film in the Nolan series. The best film in the Nolan series.
The best. Easily the best.
But before we get started, I kind of never realised, but everyone kind of thinks of the third one as the worst, right?
Yeah. No. I don't know.
Everyone's like, oh, it was good, but it wasn't The Dark Knight. It's not as good as the rest. But I watched this, and then I checked IMDb, and Batman Begins is 7.2, and The Dark Knight Rises is 7.4.
It's closer, isn't it?
Yeah,
There's not much in that.
overall, that means it's better.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Put one away. We're going to talk Batman Dark Knight.
We've gone to
The
Dark
Dark Knight. When this film kicked off.
What did Dark Knight have, by the way?
What?
What was the score of the Dark Knight? Do you remember?
Oh, 9.
Oh, you got to be on it.
Solid 9.
Solid 9.
Um,
The first superhero film I want to say to be nominated for any sort of Oscar. I want to say
the first one I'm aware of.
first time I'm aware of as well.
Yeah. So
There might be some old ones, but
So, 3 hours long. I remember when this film was being advertised, I kind of wasn't too fussed about superhero films back then.
yeah, I feel like it passed me by a bit as well, to be honest.
And I just remember somebody saying to me, like, oh, do you know people aren't too happy about it? I was like, oh, why? It hasn't got Batman in the title. When you think about it, it was the first Batman film ever to not have Batman in the title.
Yeah, what
And
a
it was
reason to
12.
hate the film.
And it was like a 12, what was it, 12A?
Oh, I don't know, it's gritty though, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, so, starts with the bank heist.
It does,
I
yeah.
tried to narrow my notes down.
Yeah, to condense a 3-hour movie.
Yeah. Rather than just going, and then this happens, I've kind of give it segments, but I didn't think of that till halfway through the film. So, starts with the bank heist. You remember the bank heist?
I do, yeah.
So it turns out that, they're doing the jobs every time somebody completes the job. That
Get
guy gets killed.
Yeah.
And then that guy does the job, and then that guy gets killed. And then, literally, I was sat watching it with my girlfriend, and she was like, by now you'd surely think that I'm gonna die next.
Yeah.
And he's like, let me guess, you're supposed to kill me. He's like, I've got it here. First line that the Joker speaks. No, I killed the bus driver. What bus driver? Gets run over because it smashes through the wall.
Amazing.
No one notices.
No one notices.
In the whole of Gotham City, no one notices.
Well, and also nobody noticed the massive line of buses at the end of it. So that's a little bit ridiculous, but I think the quality of the film, you can overlook that.
Yeah, you can overlook that with the first line Joker says, it's a really iconic line. He says, this is the second line he speaks of Roberts. The first line he says, right, his mask on. Because obviously that guy comes out with a shotgun, doesn't he? And he's like, you have no idea who you're stealing from? You and your guy's dead. He's out, right? Nods, stands up, shoots at him. He's like, why did you learn how to count? Anyway, so it's like, who do you think you are, kind of thing. Says all that, and he's like, takes his mask off, looks him in the eye with his face paint on. The music dips. It's like, I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger. That's the first line he says, unmasked. I have kind of missed a segment, but yeah. So that happens, and they drive off in the buses. He just joins the end of a line of buses.
Yeah.
With those buses continuously going.
Yeah.
Is that just the
that
end
bit's
of
a little bit
really
like,
long
what's going
line,
on?
or is he lucky, or did he have it planned down that much to a T? And then we get like a montage scene, don't we, of showing the effects of what Batman has had on Gotham City. I just need. I muted my microphone in time. That's what
it's not that his sneezes are silent. He's got that magic power.
Yeah, that's my power. Did you know? Apparently, we only make a noise when we sneeze because we were grown up with the idea that we make a noise when we sneeze.
That's got to be bollocks.
It's got to be at it. But apparently, deaf people don't make noises when they sneeze.
That's mad. That's
I was
going to say mental and then mad, and it murphed into one.
Anyway,
Crazy.
so we see the effects Batman's had on the city. I've wrote here, shows the effect Batman has had on the city using the news. It's like, oh, is he a vigilante? And we see like a drug deal about to happen, and looks up and sees the Batman. He's like, oh, man, not tonight. And he's like, come on, man, you got more chance of winning the lottery. Little things like that. And then there's one of my favourite scenes. It's that fake Batman scene. There's like drug
Oh,
deal.
yes.
The Russian mobster is like, look what your dog does to my people. He's like, I don't want to be here. Oh my God, what's going on? I don't want to. He's like, I told you my product would take you places. I just didn't say whether you like the places it was going to take you to. And they're like, I'm going to feed you to my hungry dogs. They're always hungry. They never get fed. And they about to have a fight, and then you see Batman.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, it's Batman. And then someone else punches him from the side. It's like, oh, that's Batman. And then the Batmobile crashes through the wall.
Yes.
And then he's like, no, that's the Batman.
Yeah.
And then it's like shooting just to distract them and scare them. And then one of the fake Batmen goes to shoot a gun, and Batman grabs it and just bends it up and looks at him. He's like, ugh. But anyway, so yeah. Then we see what have we got? He gets attacked by dogs, foreshadowing the fact that later on he's going to get attacked by dogs, which is probably a fact that that the Joker probably knows that he's going to get attacked by, that he has like some sort of like, not a weakness, but like difficulty fighting dogs.
In the comics, it was always, I remember that was one thing, because I remember I used to read some of the really old comics. It was like DC put a compilation of old comics together, and stuff like that. But I remember that it's weird saying a weakness, but one of Batman's weaknesses is dogs, because he doesn't know how to fight them, and obviously he's got no kill rule, and he doesn't know how to deal with dogs, because you can't like.
Yeah,
it's a
he
weird
kills
one.
dogs in this one though.
Yeah, and he has killed dogs in the comics. I remember reading one comic where Batman said when a dog attacks him, the way to do it is like apparently you grab their legs, and if you just pull them to the side, just like kills them.
Gives them a heart attack. Yeah.
Yeah. But still, apparently, it is a thing of Batman that dogs are technically a weakness of Batman's.
Yeah.
If you want to stop Batman, bring dogs.
And he climbs on the side of a van as it drives off, and he goes like, you see like Christian Bale. It's clearly Christian Bale, but he looks really plasticky.
Okay.
It's like, and it just looks like he's like, but it looks like wooden and plastic. But he like tries to make it, then he like can't turn his head, can he yet? At this point in the film, so then he gets hit by the wall.
Oh yeah.
And there's that really cool scene where he kind of like struggles up onto the ledge, almost like stretches his back out, and just jumps and lands on the van.
Yeah.
Definitely killing the driver.
Maybe. Yeah.
He crushes the roof. There's no way that guy's still alive. But it still looks fucking cool. And then there's one of my favourite lines of Batman. It's like, I don't want to see you out here. I want to see you out here again. It's like, what's the difference between me and you? I'm wearing hockey pads. And he like looks down at his hockey pads and he's like, clearly bummed out.
Yeah.
Because he can't do it.
He can't do it
as well as Batman can. We see Harvey Dent. The next scene is we see Harvey Dent in the. This part of the film is kind of setting up all the different characters. You know, it's moving the chess pieces into place.
Yeah.
You see Harvey Dent in the courtroom, and he's interrogating that guy. He thinks he's got him. He's like, "No, Falcone's just the fall guy. I'm the brains of the operation." He's like, permission to treat the witness as hostile. He's like, agreed. He's like, you think I'm hostile? I'll show you hostile. Pulls a gun on him, and by pure chance, it jams.
Yeah, lucky.
Because he looks at it like, looks, grabs, punches. He could have killed him. So in all the many different, in the 14 odd million different types of scenarios, it's the one chance that the Joker almost won. So yeah, then he puts him like, blah blah blah. You should have bought American if you want to kill me, because Americans make the best guns. As the news knows. Stop selling guns to people with. Anyway. Yeah. And then we meet the guy who doesn't like Bruce, the guy who's like tried to blackmail him later on.
Yes. Yeah.
Because
the guy who works out who he is.
Yeah, because there's like, you see, I can never remember his name. Chinese Hong Kong guy. He's like a meeting, and he's
Oh
like,
yeah, the one who's
and Morgan Freeman's character's like, Mr. Fox is like, I'm sure even our CEO or founder, our founder is excited or something like that, and he's like, sleep.
yeah, the one who's in China and they can't like get to him.
Yeah, apparently, but he gets to him.
They get to him.
He's the Batman, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the Batman. I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
Who are you? I'm Batman. 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 Where am I? So yeah, and then and it cuts to like a scene where, then shortly after there's a scene when, he talks to Morgan Freeman, doesn't he, about wanting to turn his head and fight dogs and stuff, and then it cuts to the scene in the restaurant.
Yeah, I want to turn my head. Can you sort that for me?
Yeah, I just want to be able to turn my head and fight dogs. Oh, we'll see. And then I've kind of rushed through the first bit of the film. Then I've got there's the scene in the because Alfred kind of makes out as if he's only interested in Harvey Dent because he's dating Rachel.
Yes.
And he's like, no, I definitely think he's good. Yeah. He doesn't actually believe that. He doesn't actually.
No, he does. He's got doubts over Harvey Dent for most of the film,
until he arrests literally everybody.
Whereas Harvey Dent's really the true hero of that film.
Yeah. He's the
More than Batman is really.
Yeah, because he's the hero that Gotham deserves and the one he needs right now. But not Batman. He's the one that they deserve but don't need right now. I've actually got it all written down as to what it means at the end.
Oh.
I think I do anyway.
Go ahead. We're reading the signs.
So yeah, then there's Bruce Wayne walks up at their date, doesn't he, in that restaurant?
Yes, he
He's
does.
I own the place. We can pull up some tables. We can have a chat.
I don't think the owner would
Good
like
old Christopher Nolan style chat, which is basically deep, meaningful exposition. Nobody ever talks like this in real life.
that.
Uh,
No. Yeah, I remember watching that, and Batman, I just remember thinking, just a weird character thing for him. That he's like a sort of bit of a hung-up teen, isn't he? It's
the whole playboy persona, isn't it? Persona.
I know, but even as Batman, innit, he still likes Rachel, doesn't he? I don't know, it's just a bit, I don't know.
Yeah.
I always prefer it when Batman doesn't have
recasting
girlfriends,
this as well,
to be honest.
isn't
Yeah.
she? Yeah. I'll come back to that as well.
Oh.
Yeah, so then they have the conversation, and then the Russian dancer woman, whoever she is, asks if Harvey Dent's the Batman and puts a hand over his face. Like his eyes and his nose. Could he be the Great Crusader? I cannot do a female Russian accent. Could he be the female?
No, ow!
You will let me take Anakin. No! I won't!
It's not too far off your Russian, and Watto in Russian, yeah.
And it cuts to a lot of people's favourite scene, yeah. And the next...
A lot of people's favourite scene.
Yeah, it's the mob scene, isn't it? In the kitchen. So they're talking, and it cuts to the police are going to take the money, and the Chinaman's on this telly with no webcam and no microphone.
The pencil.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And they're talking, and they're like, they're going to take your money right now, but it's okay because I moved it, very coincidentally, because I know exactly what's going on, apparently. And they're going, it's like, oh, there's only Matt bills. And then the Joker walks in.
Yes.
And starts what is probably one of the best scenes of the film. I've watched some points down.
Have you got a Joker voice for us?
No.
No, it's a hard one, isn't it?
It's hard. Why so serious? It's not. It's just
so serious. Yeah.
I'm gonna make this pencil
disappear.
Ta-da!
Just so prepared, this Joker.
That guy. I watched an interview, and that guy who plays the
pencil guy,
the black people mobs, the black people mob. Well, yeah, it's like there's the white one called Falcone.
Yeah,
there's the Russian guy, Don't know his name. And then there's the black man. The all the mob members. All the mob members. No, he's on his own, isn't he? He's just an accountant.
Oh, is he?
But all the mob members are all the same ethnicity.
Yes, they are.
People.
Yeah, you are right. Yeah, you are right. Ironically, yeah.
Then he's like, who's the clown? And because they mentioned him wearing a cheap purple suit, like, he's a guy wearing a cheap purple suit, nothing to worry about. And he walks in, he's like, and the suit wasn't cheap, by the way. You should know, you paid for it. And he's like, and he's, no, I want to hear proposition. Proposition. And then he starts talking, and you see the guy. I don't like to keep saying the black guy, because I don't know his name. And he's in some films that I kind of like.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, or at least I've seen scenes from films, and the scenes I've liked. I've seen a film with him in. It was. Is the Bronze Tiger in the Arrowverse? I'm going to call him Bronze Tiger.
Bronze Tiger.
I don't need to. Yeah, he sends one of his guys up. He's like, I'm going to make this pencil disappear. Ta-da.
Yeah, brutal seeing that.
Yeah, it's not brutal though. There's no blood.
No, but it's
Apparently you can survive that as well, you know.
Well, yeah, but I won't it? Yeah, but it's you don't have to be. It doesn't have to be blood. I don't think to be violent. Like they've done it so well because obviously it's not actually happened. They haven't actually put a pencil through that actor's eye, but how they've done it and stuff like.
It's impactful.
It's brutal. Like every time I watch that scene, I'm like, I look away. I'm like, ooh, don't want to see that.
Yeah, there's another scene later on that I can't watch. There's a clip of it, like a bit of a scene that I'll tell you later when we get to it.
But yeah, I think it's brutal that bit.
So yeah, and then I go, what happens there? He kind of does he says something else. Oh, like kill the Batman.
Yeah, because he has all the bombs, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he's like, they go up, and he's like, take him. I want 500 for a clown dead and 1 million alive. And then they like get up to get him. He's like, let's not blow things out of proportion. And that's really cool. But I was watching an interview with Bronze Tiger, and he's like, the scene was so laid back, and Heath Ledger was asking. He was asking me for advice. Like, I'm not usually. He's not a massive actor. This guy.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not usually. I'm the guy asking for advice. But he was like, oh, what do you think of this? Is this okay? Do you think this is good?
Yeah.
He was like, he was such a nice guy, and it was so laid back all the way through. But then he'd say action, and he'd be the Joker.
Yeah.
But
Christ.
Yeah. And then, so I've got Harvey and Gordon talk to Batman. Because then he leaves, the Chinaman leaves and he flies to Hong Kong, doesn't he, where, out of his jurisdiction. Yeah, because he's like, you'll find him and you'll make him squeal. And he flies to Hong Kong, doesn't he, and he's on a plane through the whole conversation. You can kind of, it looks like he's on a plane anyway. So then Harvey's turned the bat signal on and Batman shows up, and then Gordon's like, comes up with a gun, and they're talking about how they're going to get this guy, the Chinaman, from Hong Kong. And Bruce goes and talks to Fox about his new bits for his suit. It's like,
come on, head turn yet?
Foreshadows that he's going to get shot. Is it going to be not so good against knife wounds, against knives and gunshots? Get shot there.
Yeah. Oops.
That's my bad.
But can I turn my head?
But you can't turn his head.
No, you can't.
It's like talking about jumping out of the plane being one of the easier things he's been asked for him to do, and he's like, what about getting back into the plane? I suggest a very good travel agent. Without it landing. That's more like it, Mr. Wayne. And then there's another scene later on with the Joker goes to see the Bronze Tiger, the scene where he kills him, because the people bring him wrapped up in a body bag, which apparently was the last scene that Heath Ledger actually filmed, and the nearly took it out apparently.
Really?
Because to be fair, you take that scene out, you're not missing much.
It's not much.
But it's the first Why So Serious.
Why so?
Oh no!
Is that the bit where he snaps the poor cue?
Yeah, so anyway,
Yeah.
snaps a pill cube between 3 guys.
2 guys, isn't it?
No, I always thought it was 2 guys.
Yeah.
But there's the 2 guys in the foreground. There's 1 guy in the background. Not when I say background, not like miles away.
Yeah.
They're like 2.
It's like, hey, let me have a chance of reaching that.
I get me.
I'm over here.
Yeah, but it's like, I never got it. Is he dropping it like that because they have to fight over it, and you know that's all 3 of those guys' weapon of choice to kill each other?
No.
Or has he dropped it, and whoever the stick's pointing to is the person who's surviving?
No. It's to kill him with the stick, innit?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He snaps the pool cue in half and drops 1 half of the pool
And it's
cue.
like, there's 1 place on my team.
Yeah.
There's 2 of you
We're
or
gonna have
whatever.
trials. There's 3 of them.
I swear he says there's 1 place and there's 2, and that's why it's like they've got to kill each other.
Yeah, no, there's 3 guys. Because 3 people go to the floor when he walks off. Let's make it fast. But like, is the pool cue for all 3 of them to fight or with? You know, like, or is he dropped it as like a spin the bottle kind of scenario? We'll never know.
I don't have a clue.
Yeah. And there's the Hong Kong scene. Mr. Fox, who is now technically the CEO of Wayne Enterprises, flies over to Hong Kong to say, sorry mate, because you're accused of being a criminal, we're not actually going to work with you. I forgot to mention in the board meeting, the guy that doesn't like Bruce Wayne is like, oh, fuck's sake, he's asleep. Like, you can clearly, that's what he's thinking. And then so the flyover to Hong Kong tells the Chinaman the deal is off, and Mr. Fox shows Bruce Wayne the sonar. Which is one of my favourite jokes of the film, where it's like it's like a sonar, like a submarine, Mr. Wayne. It's submarine. Like basically just cuts to night time and Batman getting to work. Jumps out of the plane, crashes into the window, beats up some guys, sets some bombs, doesn't he? Cuts the power, flies in, beats him up, flies off with the Chinaman.
Yeah.
Leaves him outside the police station with a note for Jim.
Yeah.
Jimmy Jim.
This is your man. You just
And
cannot
then
escape.
Rachel interrogates him, and he basically gives up all the bad guys.
Oh, right. That quick. Yeah, he does rat on him very quick, doesn't he?
Yeah, and then in the court case,
Doesn't he end up dead, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Off camera,
Yeah.
but off camera, but in the same scene. The scene when he burns all that money, he's on the top, isn't he?
Is he?
So you just assume he's dead.
Yeah, well, yeah, makes sense, doesn't it?
He's in Gotham, isn't he? Not the same character, but the same actor. He's in Gotham. Then there's like, it shows you the, because it's like Harvey Dent that said, no, I want to arrest them all. And they're like, nah, I don't seem like a good idea. Imagine what you could do with 6 months of criminal-free streets. Yeah, then the Joker card in the judge's notebook.
Yes, that's quite good.
Yeah.
I do like that scene where they're killing off all the big ones that can stop him in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets in the car, doesn't he? And it's like, one of them drinks water, doesn't it? So it's the mayor, innit? The police chief.
That's not yet, but this is kind of foreshadowing. I'm assuming this is how the Joker got the judge's DNA, because he touched the card.
Yes.
Maybe.
Okay. Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then there's afterwards shows the meeting between Harvey, Gordon, and the mayor, and they're talking about how he's done a good job, and Gordon leaves, and then it ends with the fake Batman from earlier hanging, swings and lands in front of the window, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Put fun away, bitch.
No, that's quite good as well. I remember that bit's quite creepy.
Yeah.
Especially when you see the video of it.
Bruce and Alfred watch it on the news, and apparently, because obviously he makes him tell the world, or Gotham, that Batman needs to show his identity, or he's going to kill someone every 24 hours, isn't it? Which is quite the ultimatum for Batman.
Yeah, of course.
Gives him 24 hours to catch him, and obviously he doesn't because he kills someone else. Harvey's fight. I've wrote it. What the fuck have I wrote here? Harvey's find razor thingy at Bruce's place. Fundraiser. Because the meeting in the cafe when he gate crashes the date, he says, one fundraiser with my pals, and you won't need another cent. And that's when that scene ends. But yeah, then there's this is going on. Bruce Wayne pulls up in a helicopter, gives a speech about how he believes in Harvey Dent because he arrested all those people. And Rachel's like, Harvey might not know you as well as I do, but I can tell when you're picking on him. And he's like, no, I genuinely mean every word. And he's like, sorry. And he comes out and this is when the killings happen, because obviously they find some evidence that points towards the commissioner getting targeted, and the judge. They get to the commissioner and he's like, I know how to deal with times like this. Pulls out a bottle of whiskey and a glass. He's like, I'm going to have to tell my wife while I'm going to be late for dinner.
Yeah, because they're all in lockdown, aren't they? They're not allowed to leave because they might be at risk, yeah.
As a sip, it's acid, he dies.
Yeah.
And then the judge gets into the car.
Dies.
Because the police tell him to get in the car, and the car explodes into a cloud of Joker cards.
Doesn't it, like, she
Because he opens a letter, it just hits up, so she looks up, and as she looks up, it blows up.
is it?
Yeah. And then it cuts to the party.
Isn't there another one that dies? I thought there was 3 that die.
The mayor gets targeted, but that's later on.
Oh.
And it cuts to a party. But back to the party, sorry. And Harvey's talking to Rachel. And Bruce comes up behind him and just chokes him out. He's like, what are you doing? And then the Joker rocks up. And I like the part where he's getting all these people like, where is Harvey Dent?
Yes.
And he grabs a glass of wine off I think it's a person with a plate, like fancy parties. And all the wine comes out. He grabs it and flicks it in the air and he's like, throws it away. Like, get your biscuits off fucking me. Yeah. And we have the obligatory old man stands up to the bad guy scene.
Yeah.
To the Avengers, where he's like,
I remember last time I was here.
Not men like you. He's like, look to your elder people. Goes to shoot him and like, the last time I was in Germany and I saw one man standing above everybody else, we didn't get along. I love that scene. It's so cool.
That's a good scene. It is cool.
Yeah, so we get obligatory old man stands up in front of bad guy. Then Rachel walks in. She's like, hello, beautiful. Flicks his hair back.
Yeah.
It's like, and you are beautiful. And I'm there thinking,
it's not going to work, is it?
She's not though, is she?
Oh,
That's what I mean with the recasting. It's gone from like a 7, 8 to like a 6, 5, 4.5.
We don't judge women like this on this channel.
No, like they're all like, oh, Rachel's the best looking woman since sliced bread.
It's the last Rachel.
And I'm like, no, though, she's not.
No.
Yeah. And then we get the second. Where's he gone? It's the second Scars scene.
Yes.
Music's rising. It's getting more tense, and then she kicks him in the balls. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna fighting you. I like that. Then you're gonna love me."
Oh yes.
Punches him in the face.
He's like,
and there's a fight scene. This is one of the things that brings the Nolan series down for me, is the Batman fight scenes aren't very good.
no, they're not, are they?
It's all elbows. It's very realistic, probably, for that type of scenario. But it's like elbows and high, and it's just like punching with his forearms almost.
Yeah. And
there's actually a scene in The Dark Knight Rises where there's a fight scene and a guy in the background just goes, "There." So on the floor. because he's supposed to be this. This is why one of the reasons Batfleck's Batman is better than Christian Bale's Batman.
Yeah, it's got
That
better
fight scene
scenes.
in the warehouse is unreal.
Yeah, it's the best
That's
Batman
what
fight
that's
scene,
what
probably.
Batman fights like.
Yeah, it
Not
should be
this.
like that. No.
But anyway, then Joker gets a punch in because he's the Joker. Gets Rachel next to the window, shoots the window, holding her out the window by the arm.
Let her go.
Let her go. Very bad choice of words. Let's go. Jumps out of the building, catches her, lands on a car, and they're falling for a long time.
Yeah, they are falling.
How is he not dead?
Because he's Batman.
Because I'm Batman. I'm Batman. Speaking of the voice, have you seen how it should have ended?
Yeah.
Where he's like, Batman and Superman in the cafe at the beginning. And he's like, Superman's like, and then I just flew around the world in reverse time, and then Batman jumps up and he's like, shut up, it's my turn. He's like, whoa, what happened to your voice? Sounds like you're gargling marbles or something. He's like, what's up?
Do you want to know my secret identity?
Yeah.
Yeah, the coffee mug Batman. I always really want to see if you do a Comic Con and you want to cosplay Batman, cosplay that Batman with the coffee mug in your hand. Do you want to know my secret identity? Because I'm Batman.
Secret identity. I like the I'm Groot. I am Groot. I'm Batman. I'm Groot. I'm Batman. I'm Groot. I'm Batman. There's the Mario one
How
as
long
well.
have we been doing this?
It's me, I'm Mario. I'm Batman. I'm Mario. I'm Batman. I'm Mario. I'm Batman. I'm Mario.
Not a bad Mario voice, not even. I wasn't expecting it.
We get a random story from Alfred about stones.
Classic Alfred moment.
Yeah. I put here, story about stones and men wanting to watch the world burn. Oh no, the story is that they're hunting this guy down because he keeps stealing rubies.
Yes.
But
Yeah, why is
turns
he
out
doing
he's
it?
just doing it for the crack.
Yeah.
He's giving the stones
Some
away.
guys just do it.
Hang on. Marco coin. Marco coin.
Blow the bloody doors off.
Marco coin. No, just all this. I can't do it. Kid playing with a ruby the size of a tennis ball. It's like, so he was just giving them away. Yep. Why? Because some people just want to see the world burn.
Yeah.
He's the best Alfred so far, I think.
He's up there.
He's up there, and he like the Alfred from Batman and Robin is shite.
I like that Batman. See, I like that
Alfred,
Batman because I
but
feel
that-
it's a realistic one because it's like you want Alfred just be an old man. I think.
Yeah. But what I mean is, he's shit in that film because he's like in it and then he passes out. No
he
offense
dies
to the
doesn't
fact
he?
that
And then becomes a
yeah, he dies.
TV, doesn't he? Doesn't he?
No, he nearly dies, he passes out, and then he is a TV.
Oh.
Anyway, we're getting off topic.
we are getting
We're
off
already
topic.
like 35 minutes into this. Yeah, and then it's like we get probably the only detective scene of Batman where he pulls the brick out of the wall and shoots bullets at it to get a
Oh
fingerprint.
yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Always good to see Batman do some detective work. I think
Yeah, I think apparently the new one's going to be heavily detective.
it sounds like it when you've
Well,
got Penguin and
Yeah.
Riddler as your villains. You can't really do fights.
Yeah, they find out the mayor's the next target,
Yeah. I mean,
and
I
that
could have guessed
Harvey
that. To be
Dent's the
honest.
next target because it's like
Again, I could have guessed that
Harvey
probably.
Dent. Yeah. Mr. Fox, the man who wants. Oh yeah, I put here. Mr. Fox burns the man who wants to blackmail Batman, and he's like, so I ran the numbers again, but there's this really weird abnormality in R&D, and it's like, why is all this money going? And I think he shows a pitch. He gets like blueprints out for the Batmobile. It's like, so you think the owner of this company, a millionaire, at night time dresses up as a bat and goes around beating up criminals, and your plan is to blackmail this person? And he's like, so
It is clever how they deal with him because it's that thing of like even if you did work it out like that guy's done, it's a way of getting that whole thing because the comics it's always like it should be obvious that it's him, but that's obviously a clever way of getting around.
yeah, it's like
Yeah, because you hear Lucius Fox and you know that Bruce Wayne's Batman, but you hear Lucius Fox and you go,
you wouldn't dare.
yeah, you'd be like, oh,
No.
that makes sense actually.
Yeah, and if you do blackmail him, who's gonna believe you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You haven't got any proof really, have you?
Oh wow. Oh yeah. I thought I missed a massive chunk, but I didn't. We cut to the commissioner's funeral scene, which is where the plan to kill the mayor. He goes into that room, doesn't he? I can't remember. This is the problem, right, with writing notes. I can't remember how Batman knew to get to this bit because I missed it because I was writing notes. So there's the funeral scene. And the snipers are ready, and Bruce goes to investigate. It's the middle of the day, so he's not Batman. He walks into a room and there's people tied up. He's like, undoes one of the guys.
Masks.
Muffled thing that stopped him from talking. He says, "What happened here?" Because he's like, "Who is it? Who is it?" And he just goes, "What happened here?" Which proves that it's not a voice emulator, voice changer. He's doing the voice. So when he's talking to people who know who's Batman, why is he still talking to them like this?
Yeah.
And that scene in Batman: The Dark Knight Rises, where Selina Kyle gives him the slip, like just vanishes, like how he does it, like, that's what I feel like. You're talking to yourself. There's nobody else there.
He's insane. He dresses up as a bat and beats up mentally ill people. So
so then the timer goes off because he goes to the window, looks through the scope, doesn't he?
Yes.
And he sees the mayor, and the timer goes off. It flicks up just in time for the
armed
firing
guard
salute.
thing. Yeah, the firing.
And they all the snipers shoot at the window. Just in time, like at the same time, and Gordon's like, oh, he notices, and then the next firing salute. Is that what it's called? A gunfire salute?
Gun salute in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something
You see the Joker turn and shoots at the mayor, but then obviously jumps in the way, he gets killed. Air quotes, killed. A really good scene where the police people go to see Barbara, Jim's wife, and she's like hugging her because she's like in tears, and you just see Batman like clearly blaming himself.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You did this. You brought this upon our family." And then he goes off on one. He goes mad, and he walks into the club. Beats up the guys. You get the really classic donk as he knocks the guy over the edge, and he bangs his head on the metal pole. In the fight scene, because he's like, "Can we go somewhere quieter?" With Falcone, so can we go somewhere quieter?
Oh, and he grabs Falcone, and he's like,
"I can't hear you. You can't hear each other speak." He's like, "What the hell makes you think that I want to hear you talk?" And I said to our lass, don't know why, but that line sticks out in my head.
Really?
And what makes you think I want to hear you talk?
That's good, Nick, because obviously that addresses that scene that comes after this, or like straight after this, is like where he dangles Falcone over the.
There's the scene I can't watch. I can watch that bit, but when he drops him, I have to look away.
Oh, really?
He breaks his legs on the floor, doesn't he?
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's that scene because again it addresses that whole thing of Batman doesn't kill. That's the most known thing about Batman. But like how the thing before, how those guest Batman and Lucius Fox provides in the film a way of getting around that. This one, it's that thing of surely the villains must realise none of them are dying. How are they getting around that? It's like he can do other things apart from kill you.
Yeah.
And that's why, because Falcone does that whole thing of everyone knows you don't kill, and then he's like, don't have to kill. Like from this drop, you'll be broken like in many places.
He's like, I'm not going to tell you nothing. Drop from this height. Like straightens his suit out, dead all cocky. Like, won't kill me. I'm counting on it. Just drops him.
Just goes.
Oh my God!
Christ.
No, I can't watch that. I have to
It's clever though. It's a good way of getting around it. Because obviously villains still wouldn't want that happening, even if they aren't dead. It's worse, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, and then he's like, it does this. He's doing this, to try to find out who the Joker is. He's like, nobody knows who he is. He just turned up.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there's
because I also think that's quite a good scene as well because it shows Joker's winning because Batman's like clueless.
Yeah,
but,
he's
even
clueless.
when he's trying to get answers, no one has the answers. It's like
he's clueless, and he's clueless. He's desperate, and he's getting to the point of breaking. Like
because that's the thing as well. Even though he's against killing, like his rules are like you'd assume like even stuff like torture and like that sort of interrogation would be even too extreme for him normally. But you can tell he's getting close to the edge because he's like doing stuff like that. Like
Yeah, and then the next bit, obviously, back in the funeral scene, there's like Harvey gets that guy in the ambulance.
Yeah.
Who's from? I think he knows where the Joker is because he's from Arkham or something along those lines.
Yeah, he's like a
Again,
madman,
I was
isn't he?
writing notes.
Yeah, I think
missed
he's
it.
meant to be some sort of madman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
So he's got a gun to him, and he's like trying to find out answers. And he's like, heads or tails for his life. And he flips the coin, and Batman grabs it. One, is there a time period gap between these two scenes? If so, how long? And two, does he just hit fast travel? And just appear where he needs to be? And three, is it just one of the very few scenes in this film that's badly edited?
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, he's like, shows up and tells him, like, you got the wrong guy, he's a paranoid schizophrenic from Arkham, he's not going to know anything. And also, the fuck are you doing? Like, you're supposed to be the shining light, the knight in shining armour for Gotham City. If anybody sees you doing this, the Joker wins.
Yeah,
Stop.
100%, yeah.
And he's like, oh shit, yeah, maybe I shouldn't,
Okay.
and he's like, tells him to hold a press conference so I can tell the Gotham who he is.
Yes.
And he's like, you can't do that. He's like, if I don't, the Joker will win.
Yeah, it's like the last thing he wants to do, but he knows.
Then there's a scene of Bruce and Alfred destroying like any leads to Fox and Rachel because obviously they know who he is, who Batman is. Alfred thinks he shouldn't do it. Harvey thinks he shouldn't do it. At the press conference, Harvey takes credit for being Batman.
Yeah.
And Bruce is like, Rachel gives Alfred a letter. Yeah, this comes back up later on in the film. And says bye, as if she's never going to see him again. Ever. And like, she's not dead yet. She doesn't know she's going to die. So yeah, car chase scene. Oh yeah, because the whole car chase scene, because they have to arrest him because he's Batman.
Yeah,
Batman.
of course.
Finger quotes. He's Batman, so they have to arrest him. So they put him in the back of a SWAT car. They have to drive him to a prison. And the Joker's like, gotta go get me some Batman.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna.
They force him to go underground because of the burning truck thing. Yeah, because the guy's like, stop, you gotta wait like everybody else. And Joker pops out like,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's a scene in the water, underground. There's what is it called? An underground freeway. It's like open onto a river, and it's like, get like the loading lads, it's just going down. Gets instantly knocked off the road into the river. So yeah, they're shooting at him. It's like, this will hold, right? It's like, yeah, it's made to hold a lot more than this. And as he says that, the Joker whips out an RPG.
Oh yes.
Shoots the RPG at the truck, hits the car in front of it, explodes.
Yeah, those cops look terrified, don't they? Like, no, I can no more this, and you just see this like rocket launch, and like, oh shit.
Oh shit, is that an RPG? No, oh shit, is that a bazooka? Or something like that.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? He just pulls out his massive weapon.
Yeah. And there's a garbage truck in this scene as well. I can't remember. It's kind of in the chase.
There is, you're right.
Yeah, it's gonna need it. I put here, gonna need something a lot bigger than that to get through this. Pulls out RPG. Batman shows up in the Batmobile, immediately fucks up the truck, and he's definitely killed the guy this time. Definitely.
Yeah.
He crushes that truck into the roof of the freeway.
Yeah.
There's no way he's surviving that. He's dead. He's so dead. They're not going to identify that body. He's crushed.
Yeah, he's pretty badly.
Yeah.
Pretty badly.
And then the Batmobile jumps in front of the RPG, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Self-sacrifice. Crashes. And then they go above ground to get cover. And then we get introduced to the Bat Bike.
Oh yeah.
The Bat Bike, which is the only vehicle. Also, the only kind of bit of CGI I really noticed in this film. Because there's a bit where he goes up the wall and goes...
Yeah, it like turns on it, doesn't it?
Yeah. And you can tell that's CGI, but that's the only bit of CGI that I really notice.
It's cool that bit, isn't it?
Yeah. This is... bloody hell. We're still going. Yeah, so they go above ground to get air support. The helicopter gets brought down by grapple guns. I can't remember what they were called at the time.
Yeah, grapple guns.
Grapple guns.
Rope guns.
And then there's the kids pretending to be going in the back of the car, and then the bat
Wing.
is that what it's called?
The plane, yeah.
No, the bat. No, it's not a plane. It's the bike.
Oh,
the
bat bike.
bike.
Yeah, bat cycle, maybe.
Blows up some cars and like. Wow.
Oh my god.
And it drives past. There's another scene like that in Transformers. So when writing the notes, I was like, I know this scene's coming, but is it coming?
Oh, right,
Or
you
is
were
it from
working.
Transformers?
Yeah.
And then it happened. And then they do the really famous truck flip sequence.
Yeah,
which they did in real life, and you can tell. Obviously, Batman didn't actually go underneath.
Yeah.
That bit was probably a bit of CGI and a bit of stunt work.
Oh, yeah, a bit of what, yeah.
And then he does another.
Yeah, he does.
And then
It's cooler.
flips the truck. Joker stumbles out, drives towards him. He's shooting the gun. I like the bit because he slips, doesn't he? Like shoots the gun up in the air, slips. It's like. Batman's driving towards him really fast. He's like, hit me! Hit me! Hit me! And he's like, yeah! Hit him. What about your rule? Didn't kill him. I don't know how I got these stuff. Yeah, so and he misses on purpose, obviously, because he's just Batman is the definition of scare tactics.
Yeah.
And he's like, one of the folks goes to unmask him. He's got electric shock, and then he goes to. Does he go to shoot him or something? He does something, and then the driver of the SWAT van pulls a gun on him. And he's like, unmasks himself, and it's Jim Gordon. Yay! Prison scene. They have no name, no brands, no evidence, nothing on the Joker. He's just sat there in his. There's probably a famous poster in it. He's just sat there.
Yeah, of course, the interrogation, yeah.
No, not the interrogation. Before that, he's just in his cell on his own. Fat guy prisoner. He's complaining his insides hurt.
Yes.
Harvey's gone missing, so Gordon and Batman interrogate the Joker. So good. People have actually said this is the reason he got the Oscar, innit?
It's brutal, isn't it?
You complete me. Yeah, he smashes his head on the table.
Yeah.
Never start with the head, because the person always feels fuzzy. Can't feel anything from the neck down, punches him in the hand. See? Yeah, Batman loses it.
Yeah, he does.
This is the Joker at this point is definitely winning.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
He's got Dent and Rachel in different locations, and there's all that, isn't there?
Yeah.
He goes for Rachel.
You can only save one.
Yeah, he goes for Rachel. They go for Dent. He gets to Rachel. It's actually Dent. Saves Dent. Building blows up. His face gets melted. They get there. Building blows up. Rachel's gone. Rachel's dead.
Yeah.
And now, I wrote here that now he's pissed off at the Batman for saving him and not Rachel.
Yeah.
And he's pissed off at Gordon for the same thing. But I don't think that doesn't end up being the case, does it? And then we hear the letter being read, because Alfred reads the letter, and it's like, I'm gonna marry Dent, but we can be friends. Yeah, so Alfred bears the letter. Then you see Bruce mourning, like, like he was gonna wait for me. That's where he takes the letter away and burns it. Gordon goes to see Harvey Dent in the hospital. We see his face for the first time. Really good. Definitely CGI. It's green screen, actually. And some tooth work, I imagine.
I remember watching that film when it's Harvey Dent before the face. I remember that when I watched that film, you just like looking and you're like, the amount of times they foreshadow it, because like you always see Harvey Dent when he's Harvey Dent, like always half his face is like in the shadows or something, and you're always like so foreshadowed.
That's good. I never noticed that, to be fair.
I always did. I remember watching like either.
I remember the first time I watched this film, I forgot.
Like you see the shadows just covered half his face or something like that.
I only knew Two-Face is Two-Face.
And
obviously when it was revealed, I remembered that Two-Face is Harvey Dent.
Yeah. Bless him.
Yeah. where the fuck am I? I've lost my place in my notes.
The visited in hospital, sees the face.
Yeah, they used to call me Harvey Two-Face when he was in Internal Affairs, and that's where they got the name. Where he got the name Two-Face. Joker meets the Russian mobster with all the money, with Lee on top. Obviously dead now because he burns it.
Yeah.
There in front of him, he's like, let's see how hungry these dogs really are, how loyal hungry dogs really are. And he gets killed off camera. He's like, you're a madman.
My money.
And then you see, it cuts to a TV show, doesn't it? There's a TV show, and the guy that doesn't like Batman, I'm not going to tell you his name until the end. The guy that doesn't like Batman is like, I'm going to give up who Batman is. And Joker, like, basically says, don't do that. Person who kills him. What is it? If somebody doesn't kill him in 6 hours, I'm going to blow up a hospital.
Yes.
That's what happens.
And so all the people are running at the buildings and that, and it's like...
And the police go to protect him. The Joker doesn't want police to reveal who Batman is, so he's going to blow up a hospital.
Evacuate every hospital.
The police they evacuate every hospital, and they obviously primarily evacuate Gotham Central.
Maybe.
Is that what hospitals are called in Northern America? Yeah, so my back's starting to work a little bit. So they evacuate that one. Obviously, that's the one of the scenes in it, and the Joker's there. Joker in the hospital talking to Harvey. He goes a bit mad, and he's like, basically pushes him enough to become the Joker, to become Two-Face. He's like a dog chasing cars. I wouldn't know what to do with it if I caught it, or something like that.
Yeah, I mean his little nurse thing as well.
Yeah. There's the whole scene with the police in the car with the guy, and one of them's got a shotgun, and Bruce Wayne, well, Batman, messages Gordon. He's like, something Ramirez.
Yeah, it's like his wife's in one of the hospitals.
His wife's in the hospital. Like, Berg is the name of the man. Berg is the name of the man in the police car with the guy who has a family in the hospital. So Bruce warns Gordon. Gordon stops him, and as he stops him, the lights turn green, and a truck goes around the side, and he accelerates his Lamborghini and crashes into.
Yes, yeah.
Like, well done, Mr. Wayne. You've done a very brave thing. He's like, what, trying to catch the light?
Yeah.
He's like, do you think I should go to a hospital? He's like, you don't watch the news much, do you, Mr. Wayne? And the hospital blows up.
Yeah.
And Harvey is missing.
Well, the famous Joker scene where he's like...
Yeah, all improvised.
Pressing a button.
Yeah. Yeah, but and then...
yeah, that's a good scene, that.
Yeah, so the hospital blows up. I can't remember if it's a miniature or if it's real or if it's CGI. With real elements. I can't remember. I did know because I watched like a featurette about it once. I can't remember. And then Harvey is missing. I've still got so much more to go.
I was gonna say we've not even got to the boats yet, have we?
No.
I kept thinking, have you missed the boats? But
We've got a news scene of a newsman telling the people that the Joker plans what the Joker plans on doing next, and Harvey tries to find out who took. While Harvey's trying to find out who took Rachel, in a bar, but the guy doesn't know, so he flips a coin and it's his day to die. Kills him. Batman shows Lucius, his first name, I just remembered it, Lucius Fox, the magic TV sonar system.
Yeah.
He's like, this is bad. He's like, when we're done, type your name into it and it'll... He doesn't say anything, just type your name into it.
Yeah, and it closed it all down,
Yeah.
didn't it? Yeah.
Obviously, us not knowing at the time. It's going to destroy it. Harvey's in a car with Alcorn.
Yeah.
And he gets in. It's fucking.
Oh, Falcone dies, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well,
In the
car crashes. He's not in the sequel, is he? No. Harvey's in the car with Alcorn. Trying to find out who took Rachel, and he's like, it was Ramirez. There you go. Today's your lucky day. Flips the coin. Like, but it wasn't his. Who? puts his seatbelt on, and just goes, the driver, shoots the driver in the back, and then the car crashes.
Hmm.
He was still going to die in that,
Hmm.
surely.
That's what I mean. That's why I think he dies.
No, I mean, like, Harvey, he's got a seatbelt on, so what? He's still going to, that was a bad crash.
Yeah, true.
And stuff.
Yeah, true. Good point.
And now we get to the two ferries situation. There's a bomb on each boat, prisoners on one boat, civilians on the other. They both get chance to blow up within 20 minutes. And there's a big fight scene with the sonar system in the construction site. It's really cool, really done well.
Yeah, where it's
clearly inspired by the Arkham
hostages
games.
are the guards, aren't they?
Yeah, clearly inspired by the Arkham
I can't remember
games.
how that's done. No, because that was before the Arkham games, surely.
No. The first one.
The Arkham games, I feel like, are a lot more recent than the Batman films.
Ooh. There's a really recent one on PlayStation 4, but then the first one came out on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. Fairly early on. Like,
I'll take your word for it, but
I'm sure it's before.
yeah, I can't remember how it's done, but the SWAT team are obviously going to shoot all the guards, but the guards are actually the hostages, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I can't remember why the guards, that actually the hostages don't move or something. What is it?
They're tied up. I don't know if they're chained to the floor, but they've got duct tape around their hands. The people have got guns. The doctors, quote unquote doctors, have got guns, like under the blankets, I think, under the robes, whatever they're called, scrubs.
Yeah.
And that's obviously why they don't move, because they know they'll get shot if they do. And they don't move because obviously if you run off, a sniper's going to take you out, I imagine. So they're scared shitless. Batman shows up, he finds out that they're hostages, then he starts fighting them, but then he has to... It's how the Joker does it really well.
Stop the SWAT team though, doesn't he?
Yeah, so the Joker's plan comes into play really well because the Joker makes the Batman look like the bad guy for fighting doctors
and police,
and police in front of the police, and then they don't realise that the hostages were the clowns. And then he fights on the top. He fights the Joker, doesn't he? Gets to the top. Fights the Joker and his dogs. Kills all 3 dogs. Throws them off the thing. Poor doggies.
Poor dogs.
But they were nasty doggies, so.
You can let it pass.
Yeah. Yes, I'll put here. He has to fight the SWAT team and the people who the police think are the hostages, making him look like the bad guy. He kills dogs too, that doesn't help.
Yeah, no, that's not going to help, is it?
No. And then it cuts to the ferries, and there's that big muscly black convict.
He's cool, that character.
And he's like, give it to me.
He's like, you all ain't going to do it, I'll do it.
Yeah, give it to me, and I'll do what you should have done 20 minutes ago. Throws it out the window.
Yeah.
Nearly misses. I wonder how many times I had to do that take, because it bounces off the window and fumbles its way out of the window. So that'd be funny to see in the outtakes.
Yeah, how many did.
I can just imagine him going, fuck!
It's good though, I love that scene, because obviously you get that opinion he's going to be this big bad man, and it's like he's the only one who's actually got like...
Yeah, and then you get the arrogant arsehole and the civilians who like, fine. You're all too scared to do it, I'll do it, fine. Pushes out, doesn't he? Gives them the trigger
he's about
back.
to do it and he's like... Oh, I can't do
And
it.
Batman's like... Joker's on
opening.
top of Batman, he's like, see, I told you. You were wrong, and not everyone's like you, and not everyone's an idiot psychopath, deep down. And where's this runny nose come from? Like, literally, I was fine all the way up till now. Fuck! Yeah, then he's like, what does he say? Oh, he goes to it's the third Scar speech. He's like, do you want to know how I got
these scars?
I have to do everything yourself, but first, I don't know how I got these scars. No, but I know how you got these. And fires the things at his face. He's like, nah! And he flips up and he pushes him off the edge, and he's laughing as he falls because he thinks he's killed him. He catches him with the grapple. Like, you're just completely uncorruptible. And pulls him up. And he's like, got him hanging. He's like, oh, it takes one little push. And the SWAT team turns up and Batman runs away. And then we have the second ending of the film. We're so close to the end now. I've got all the last all the last notes in one screen.
Wow.
So Harvey's got Gordon's family as hostage and makes him choose who his favourite one is by pointing a gun at them. So it's his son apparently. Batman turns up and says, "You don't want to put down the gun, Harvey," or something, and he's injured because he's been in the fight with Joker and dogs and that.
Yeah. SWAT team.
Yeah, and the police turn up. He's like, all they know is there's a situation. They're just setting up a room where you don't, And he's like, he flips a coin to kill, whether or not to kill the kid. He's like, oh no, he's like, oh no, I can't remember him flipping a coin. Yeah,
he does.
Yeah. Because he's like, blame the person who's, what's the word? I've lost the words. Blame the person whose fault it is to get Rachel killed. Shoot me. So he flips a coin and he shoots Batman.
Yeah.
That's the whole controversial. Oh my god, his suit's supposed to be bulletproof. But again, foreshadowing.
It is ridiculous. So you're like, crazy.
Like, oh my god, he's just beat all these SWAT people in the Joker.
Oh god, oh my god.
And he collapses like
this
a
is
sack
the end.
of shit. Yeah. And then Gordon's like, it's my fault, punish me. He's like, I am. Flips the coin. And as he flips the coin, Batman jumps at them.
Yeah.
Knocks Harvey off, killing Harvey. That's the second time he's killed someone in the trilogy so far. He doesn't kill Ra's al Ghul, does he? But he lets him die.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to kill you, I'm not going to kill you. But it doesn't mean I'm going to save you. He jumps off.
Kill someone like that.
Yeah. So he dies. And he's hanging, isn't he, like this with the kid.
Yeah.
He lifts up the kid to Gordon, and then the wood snaps and he lands next to him, but doesn't die. That nearly kills him.
Yeah, again.
I mean, he fell off a massive building.
Yeah.
And so it saves the boy, kills Harvey and almost himself, retires because he retires to make Harvey look like the good guy, so that the blame is put on Batman because he's
whatever Gotham needs him to be in it.
Yeah, because Harvey's whatever Gotham needs him to be. We see Alfred burning the letter. Gordon destroys the bat signal. I put bath signal here. Fox destroys the sonar thing by putting his name in. Batman runs away. Gordon's son asks, why is he running? I've wrote all this down. I'm reading all this. It's because we have to chase him. Because he's the hero Gotham deserves, but not the one he needs right now.
Yeah.
Meaning that Harvey is the hero that Gotham needs because then the Joker doesn't win. So Batman is made to be the villain because he can take it on his shoulders, kind of thing. Roll credits.
Yeah. What a film. What a slog that was, eh?
Yeah, this is our longest, potentially one of our longest podcasts. Yes.
Is it?
It took me an hour since I had to go just talking about Batman. I was going to make this like a separate video, but fuck me.
We need to condense the notes in future, I think.
Yeah.
But no, good film, though.
Or just talk about films that are like normal, like.
No. Yeah, there wasn't much you could cut out of that scene-wise, I guess.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, you're right. What a film, though.
It's
easily
so
the best Batman film, isn't it?
Yeah, not the best Batman. But
Not the best Batman, best villain, though.
Yeah, best villain, best Batman film.
Best story, innit?
Yeah.
Best story, because I mean, so many elements of it, like
well written.
The boat thing, the whole hostages, SWAT, and that. You're looking at it and you're going, "Wow,
yeah.
This is real threats, isn't it?"
I was wrong earlier. The Batman Begins is 8.2, not 7.2, and 8.4, not 7.4.
Yeah.
I got some talking points.
Go on.
The recast of Rachel.
Yeah, you
I
weren't
wasn't a fan.
No.
Were you?
Trying to remember. It's been a while since I've seen those films, so I don't remember ever being bothered, to be honest. Not really.
I just remember thinking, I don't think she's as beautiful as everyone makes her out to be. Not saying she's not,
Yeah, no, true, but
Uh,
just there to die, isn't she? Really?
Heath Ledger has obviously passed away shortly
Yeah, he
afterwards.
did, didn't he? Yeah.
People think that he got. Some people, I know some people out there, it's like, oh, he definitely deserved the Oscar. But then some people are like, probably a bit of sympathy for.
I mean, I don't know who the other people who were running to be in the Oscar were
I
that
don't.
year. I mean,
I believe he did deserve it, but I do also believe that there probably was a little bit of sympathy for him.
yeah, I mean, I guess it
You
was.
can't help it though, can you?
No, you
It's
can't
natural.
help it, but I mean, it's not like he was shocking. I mean, if he'd been alive still, there was a good chance he would have won that. Because I mean, he is
Yeah,
very good in that.
he is unreal.
He's just so good. He's so.
I do think he would have won it, and I also think if he was still alive, people would have kicked off because obviously they recast the Joker closer to an hour at our times.
No, but they might not have recast it if he'd been alive.
You think?
Well, the rumor was that part of the reason was they think that the trilogy was going to end with the Joker. The Joker was going to have some role in
Yeah.
The Dark Knight Rises, and obviously Heath Ledger died, and they had a choice of either.
Judge, wasn't he? Joey's like the Scarecrow was like. The
Oh
judge.
yeah.
Apparently, it was going to be that.
Well,
character.
there was gonna whatever role he had. I mean, you've got a choice then. You've got either recast this iconic man who's just passed away, which no actor is going to want to take on, and even if you did such a weight on the shoulders, like it's not fair for anyone, or change it, and obviously they changed it.
But what I mean is, like in Suicide Squad.
Oh
and
yeah.
The Joker. People would have kicked off.
Well, yeah, maybe.
This really took me out of the film a little bit. The aspect ratio changes all the time. It's something to do with the way they've shot the film, but it's worse and more noticeable in the China-Hong Kong scene. Like, some of it's full screen, and some of it's got the black bars.
Yeah.
So irritating.
Is it?
Yeah. Did you ever notice that?
Um,
You will now notice it.
I will now
forever
notice it. I remember hearing about it, and I remember other people noticing it and making a big deal of
Yeah.
it at the time. I don't think I ever personally noticed it really, but yeah, I can see how that would be.
Yeah. I put here as well. People say it's a fast change of character for Harvey. Faster than Anakin.
A lot happens to Harvey though, doesn't it? In a short space of time.
Yeah. Faster than Anakin.
I mean,
Sorry, sneeze.
no, and it's faster. Yeah, it's faster.
It is faster, but
because obviously Anakin is built up. I mean,
Anakin is built up like for like episode 2 and 3.
yeah, and
But
years
everyone's
passed
like,
between those two.
oh, he suddenly kills Mace Windu, and it's like, well, no.
Yeah, I see. Yeah,
He's pushed to
the
it.
final push. I mean, it's building up in it, but the final push is quite quick with Anakin.
Yeah, but it's still built up.
But
a
it's
lot
still
more
built
than
up.
that is.
Yeah, but I think it's just he snaps in it. It's just like
As the Joker says at the end, all it takes is one little
one push, yeah, and that's the thing in it. I mean, he killed. You got to remember, he loved Rachel. You know, he had all this promising career and stuff, and then he's horribly disfigured. And
yeah. Last thing. Didn't tell you the name of the guy who doesn't like Bruce Wayne. Do you know what his name is?
see, I will know this, but I feel like I couldn't tell you what it is now. I will have known it in the past.
I don't know what his first name is. Second name is Reese.
Okay.
Fox always calls him Mr. Reese.
Okay.
Mr. Reese. So apparently it's supposed to be like Nolan's take on the Riddler.
Oh, okay.
Little Easter egg that I didn't know about that. My girlfriend told me that.
Really?
Yeah, because I was like, no, because he's Ed Nigma.
Yeah.
Enigma.
Mr. Easer, but yeah.
Mr. Reese.
That makes sense. That's quite clever.
Yeah, the same way like Robin isn't really Robin. At the end of the
Oh,
film.
yeah, they do that thing, don't they? With
Yeah.
yeah, that's quite clever. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
then
do
it's
like
a
that.
solid 9 out of 10 on IMDb. Batman Begins is 8.2 and Rises is 8.4, which we've already spoke about.
It is a solid film. I mean, I remember it wasn't the first superhero film I watched and stuff, and I remember it was so highly rated, and I went in watching that film thinking like, people are definitely overplaying how good this is. And I remember watching it and thinking, "Whoa, no, they're not." Like,
yeah,
like-
I remember obviously as a younger person, I can't remember when it came out, but I was obviously closer to being a child than I am now, and thinking this is really good.
yeah.
And now knowing and being more intelligent, still thinking it's really
Yeah,
good.
it is.
Not like watching Power Rangers as a kid thinking it's really good, watching it now and thinking, oh my god,
Yeah, what was I
this
thinking?
is cheesy as fuck.
No, it is a solid film. It's a solid film, definitely.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna have to wrap up there, aren't we?
Yeah, we've made this last long. Yeah.
So, have you seen the Batman: The Dark Knight film?
If
You
not,
probably
spoilers.
If not, if not, fuck's sake. If you have, please remember, comment below, let us know. Tell us what you think.
Yeah, is he the best Joker? Is he the best Batman? What
Is
could
he
he
the
have done
best Joker?
different?
Is he the best Batman? He isn't the best Batman, he is the best Joker.
Yeah. I remember it's one of those films they always say, like, there's some films where it's, you know, the villain's done well when they're more well liked than the hero. And they're saying, like, the other one the obvious example is Loki in the early Thor films and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, people liked Loki more than Thor.
I like the fourth one.
But obviously Loki got like the public's attention, didn't they? And then obviously the Joker did in this one. Amazing, isn't he? Amazing. And Joaquin Phoenix has done a good job, but he's such a different Joker.
Yeah. He's not a Joker though. He's just a guy with mental problems.
Heath Ledger's still the best, I think. He did such a good job. It's hard to match, and yeah, full credit to him because the Joker is a hard role to do. I think for anyone, to be honest, to do it well anyway.
Yeah. What else did we talk about? I can't remember. It's not long ago.
It's a long time, isn't it? I mean, we talked through news. We've talked through the films you watched.
What do you think of the Batman cast? Are you looking forward to it? I think it's going to be good. I hope it's going to be. I really hope it's going to be
good as well. For once, we've moved away from Star Wars for one of these podcasts. I don't think we mentioned Star Wars once until now.
I mentioned Anakin, but that's it.
Yeah, we got a Star Wars thing at the end. But
Yeah, it's always going to be Star Wars.
We've got a Star Wars free podcast, really. More or less.
What else? Are you going to watch Birds of Prey now that we've got these first impressions and the positive first impressions?
Does that change your view on it? Yeah, exactly.
Changes my view a little bit. But yeah. Now what else really to say?
Yeah,
Is there?
there's Doctor Who, wasn't there?
Doctor
Is it a
Who,
mess?
yeah. Do you still watch Doctor Who? I don't. I won't watch it again.
No.
But I still like to know that these little things are still
Little nuggets.
Yeah. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please remember to smack that like button, subscribe, and well, hold my cape.
Hold my cape. Throw a coin to your Witcher, guys.
Put a coin to your Witcher. I'll see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.